Welcome back, everybody. We're here. It's your morning drive. You know that because you clicked on it. I am Logan, the host with the most. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. First and foremost, we're recording today's episode from the home of our podcast, which is 216. Co-working, which is located in downtown Cartersville. 216 offers private offices, team suites, and meeting rooms built for professionals, remote workers, teams, you name it, with 24/7 access, high-speed internet, furnished office spaces, and a polished business-ready environment. It's a strong option for anyone working across Bartow County and beyond. If you need a dedicated office or flexible workspace near 75, 216 has you covered. To learn more, visit their website. Book a tour and join us at 216. And of course, if you're new here, thank you for being here. Happy to have you. Before we dive in, wherever you're at right now, wherever you're listening, if it's Apple or Spotify or Amazon or you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit follow or subscribe so that no matter where you're listening, no matter where you're at in life, when new episodes come out every week, you have them come to your phone and you won't ever have to worry. Where's the new your morning drive? You'll have it. It'll be right there. So hit follow, hit subscribe. And of course, while you're doing that, go to social media, and anywhere you follow Riley Green or Sydney Sweeney, you can follow me too. Everything is at Your Morning Drive. Appreciate it. Love you. Thank you. Guys, my guest today is an author whose journey began on Wattpad, where she
even know
where she built a loyal audience and amassed more than 20 million reads across her stories. A lifelong book lover inspired by her parents, she turned her passion for storytelling into a growing career as an author known for creating swoon-worthy, never heard that term before, emotional romances with just the right mix of sweetness, spice, and heart. Her work includes sports and hockey-inspired romance stories, including her Playing the Part series and books like The Center of Attention. When she's not writing, you'll likely find her at a concert, cheering at a hockey game, or diving into her next favorite book. Please welcome my new friend, Emma Miller.
Hey, you guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
For sure.
You know,
This is sick.
Here.
We are here.
Having a good time.
We're doing it.
He forced me to be here, actually.
I did.
I could be writing right now.
She is here against her will.
I basically have handcuffs.
Yeah. The police are on their way.
They are, actually. I called them when I got here. I was like, please come home.
Probably the right move.
I'm kidding.
Probably the right move.
I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here.
Sweet. That's exciting.
Actually.
I am excited to have you. First and foremost, I followed you on Instagram because A, you put out cool content, and then B, I have a friend that follows you. Let's go to the account and let's see if she might be a fan of yours. I don't know.
Who knows?
I have no idea. Is that kind of cool? Like people just be following you and you're just like, what are all these people doing here?
It is and it isn't. It's like yes and no, because it's like I don't know. Like I don't look at myself as like I write books. I'm a celebrity.
You're an elitist.
Like, I don't see myself in that light, if that makes any sense. But obviously, I know that, like, compared to, like, I don't know, like my mom's Instagram or like my sister's Instagram, like they only have like a few hundred, like 1,000 followers. Like, but they just like hanging out. Like, they don't have that many, whatever. So people don't walk up to them and know them in public. So it's a little bit different. But I never know if it's like, I don't check who follows me ever. And not in like a weird way. It's in a anxiety social way that I just never look. I'll be sitting there and people will be like, yeah, I follow you on Instagram. And I'm like, I'm an asshole. Like,
yeah.
I'm
Why did you
sorry
do
that I did not follow you back. Like, let me go follow you. I'm so sorry.
Yep. You're the worst.
I am, actually. So.
Well, you don't know any of those people, so that stinks. Maybe you do. Who knows?
I might.
We'll
Who
see.
knows? Maybe
We'll circle up after this.
Someone's going to come up to me in public and be like, you said you didn't know me, and then like knock me out.
Yeah. Or they're just going to be like,
sorry.
I'm just going to write the worst reviews about your books.
As you should, honestly. They kind of suck, so.
Well, I don't know about that. You keep doing them, so you got to be somewhat good.
I do keep doing them. I don't know. Maybe it's just the more you do, the better you get.
Do you find that to be true?
I do. I go back and look at my first book. Well, I'll go back on this stuff that I wrote on Wattpad years ago. It's Wattpad, by the way.
Wattpad. Cool.
Close enough.
Not Wattpad, but Wattpad.
Wattpad, like megawatt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But I'll go back to stuff I wrote on there or stuff that I wrote when I was way too young to be writing anything ever because it was horrible. And I'll be like, why did you even think that was something you should ever put A, online, or B, on pen to paper at all, or keypad to whatever, anything? That's horrible. And then now I look at the stuff I write while I'm writing it and I'm like, oh, that was gold. It was so good. Or sometimes I go back and I'm like, there's no way I wrote that. Like, that was so good. There's no way I did that. It just depends. But most of the time, the newer stuff, I'm like, okay. It definitely showcases that the more you do, the better you get, I feel like.
Love that.
Maybe
Sure.
that's just me. I don't know.
I mean, if you go back and listen to some of the first episodes of this podcast, it's bad. It's like
That's
cringe.
okay.
Like, don't go. Like, people are like, yeah, you should.
Everyone's going to go back now.
No, you can't.
They're going to
You
go
shouldn't.
back. You guys
It's
should.
not good.
I'm not going to. I won't for your sake.
Thank you.
Just don't like look up Beva's Wattpad and we'll be safe.
I definitely am going to do that, though.
Okay, so I thought we just made an agreement. I
Well,
thought that's what we were doing here.
Well, you know what? You're right. We just made an agreement. That wouldn't be fair of me.
It wouldn't be fair.
No.
But it's fine. I mean, if you really want to, then I will too. It's okay.
Well,
I'll post it on my social media.
in that case, I'm not going to.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's not good. Emma Miller, thanks for being here. This is fun.
Yeah,
We put it together pretty quickly, but
it was pretty fast.
I saw you. You popped up. I followed you because I was like, ooh, she is an author.
Right.
And she's local. And I've never had an author in here before.
Because,
I've had people who've written books, but I haven't had an author. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and it's like, there's a difference for sure. Because it's like, I know a lot of people that have put like online stuff, like they've written stuff online and they've just thrown stuff out there, or it's like tech stuff or math stuff or whatever, which is still writing a book. And it's still really cool that people did it. But all mine's fiction. There's not a real thing in that. Well, there is real stuff in there, but it's fictional. It's not about my life. It's not about someone's life that I know.
Yeah.
It's all fake. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, also, I think people look at an author and they're like, they must all be hermits and like they don't go out in public. And you know, you guys have probably all met an author in your life and you just didn't know you met an author in your life because, we're just normal people that write characters that we make up in our head. So we're a little bit crazy too.
Most creatives are crazy in a way.
I do feel like 90% of the people that I write are my friends. Like, I know them, and then I have to remember and like remind myself they're not real people, because in my head they are real people, but they're not. But that's the best way to write it, I feel like, So
was the objective like early? Well, actually, before I even ask that, let's go back. Let's go back to when you were a wee lad. A wee lassie. So when you were a child, was like writing something that you like were doing early on?
When you say early on, are we talking like
when you were like
elementary
10,
school?
were you like into writing?
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't really start reading like excessively until I was about 8 to 10, I would say, in that range. And that was when I really kind of like got into the whole reading aspect. And then I would say a little bit after that was when I started getting into the idea of writing my own stories and my own characters and my own stuff. Was it good? Again, no, not even close. But I did enjoy doing it back in like, I would say, I remember it was me and my friend Taylor, we wrote, it was a like zombie apocalypse story together when we were in like 7th grade. And we wrote it together. Like, I would write a chapter and then she would read it and then go write a chapter after. I don't remember the name of it. I don't have the like Google Doc with it on there anymore at all either. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure she has it. And if she does have it and you're listening, Taylor, please delete it. Don't show anybody that, because I know it was bad. I just know it was bad, at least my parts. So, but yeah, I don't know. I never really saw myself doing this until I did, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
It kind of did. And it's not that I didn't have a passion for it, because I did grow one. After like that 7th, 8th grade time, my freshman year was really when it kind of started like spiraling into hey, I enjoy doing this and I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm just going to do it for myself. And then after that, really, I did do it for myself because I was terrified. I actually was so scared to write anything. It's the dedication in my first book is actually to my 9th grade lit teacher. Because of that, shout out Mr. Ingham, love you. I literally emailed him after I finished and published my first book. I was like, hey, just so you know, I don't know if you remember who I am. I don't know if you know who I am at all. I remember you though. Here's a picture of me from freshman year. My name's Emma. I did end up doing what you told me to do, and I did keep writing, and now I have a book out, and I want to say thanks. Like, it's not all you, but it was a big part of it was you telling me that I was actually good at something, which was really cool. So here we are.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought I was going to write like smutty romance, but that's what I did.
Well, he just told you to write.
Exactly. He didn't tell me what. So.
Right. And it was probably a really big bummer when you sent that email.
And then he was like, what is it? And then he was like,
I was going to say you got the email back that was like, this email has been disconnected.
Oh, no. He
that
actually emailed
teacher
me back.
passed away 5 years ago.
No, he emailed me back. He did.
That's really cool.
I just didn't think that he would. I was like, he probably won't remember me. And he was like, no, of course I remember you. Like, you were great that year. I loved your class, whatever. And he was like, I'm so proud. Like, that's so amazing.
That's really sweet.
I don't know if he ended up buying the book. He probably didn't. And if he did, I am actually probably going to be very embarrassed.
If he did, he probably read the first like 2 pages and was like, this is not for me.
Not for me, but happy she did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I hope he's happy. I don't know.
I mean.
He was probably proud for like 5 minutes and then moved on and forgot about it.
Proud teacher moment, I feel like.
I have a lot of teachers in my family or like have friends that are teachers, whatever. And I told one of my best friends, her name's Ashley, I told her that. And she was like, no, if a student had sent me that message, because I read her the message, she was like, if a student sent me that message, I would cry for like 3 days. And I was like, okay, well.
Real quick, guys, I want to talk about the team that makes your morning drive possible. Hammerhead Creations is my marketing company right here in Cartersville, Georgia. And honestly, it's built for businesses exactly like yours. If you're a small business owner who knows you need to be showing up online, but just don't have the time, or you don't want to hire a full-time employee to handle it, that's where we come in. We're talking websites, social media management, email marketing, and yes, podcasts. Whatever it takes to keep your brand visible and moving forward. We've worked with businesses all across Georgia and beyond, and I'd love to see what we can do for you. So go to hammerheadcreations.com to learn more, or shoot me an email at logan@hammerheadcreations.com. Let's get to work so that you too can swim with the big sharks.
I know he's not as emotional as you are, or I am, but at least he might cry for like 5 minutes. Again, he might be emotional and affected for like 5 minutes and then he'll move on. And it'll be great as long as he cares a little bit. And he did. So that's okay. But, we wrote it and we did the thing.
Hell yeah. Proud of you.
Thanks.
So when no. See, I keep getting ahead of myself. Were you cool in high school?
I don't know. I don't know.
Were you invited to the parties?
Kind of, sometimes. Okay. I was a theater kid.
Okay.
But I was still friends with everyone. I didn't play sports. I was friends with the people that played sports. I went to the games. I went to like the football games and stuff. I wasn't a cheerleader. I thought they were all super cool and super pretty and awesome. But I was a theater kid. So I guess that would put me in the not cool kid category. Maybe. For being a theater chorus kid.
Maybe.
But so I was friends with all of them.
You really liked all of them, and they just all really just put up with you.
I mean, maybe. I do know they might have, honestly, because I did talk a lot, and I was kind of mean in high school. I'm still kind of mean, but like, I tried my best. And if I was mean to anyone, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Unless it's you, Caleb.
Oh. Who's Caleb?
I'm friends with Caleb. So
oh, okay.
That's a complete joke.
I was really hoping for a fun story about
I work
Caleb.
in my mortal person job, not my book job.
Sure.
In my mortal job, I work with Caleb, and he loves to tell everybody at work how mean I was to him in high school.
Wow.
I love to tell everyone how he deserved it. So.
Wow. Why did he deserve it?
He didn't.
Oh, okay.
It's just mean to him.
It was just you were just like, that kid's going to be the one I'm an asshole to.
I cheated on him. Like, I cheated not on him. I cheated off of him in math.
Oh, okay.
And then he stopped letting me cheat off of him, so I was mean to him for the rest of the year.
Dang.
And then we weren't friends. And now we're friends, so it's great.
Dang.
But I failed math that year. I had to go to summer school. That was his fault. I blame him fully, not myself.
Well, fuck you, Caleb.
Fuck you, Caleb.
That is not good. You were the sole reason she failed math that year.
I'm going to go and tell him that I said that on the podcast. He's going to be like, Emma, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, well.
Like, Caleb,
you know who you are.
I'm coming for you. Always, for the rest of your life. I'm always going to tell everyone that you're the reason I failed math.
So you work with Caleb today?
I do.
On the mortal job.
On the
I like
mortal
that
jobs.
Term. Mortal jobs.
Yes, that's my mortal job, It's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
It's fun, but it has its ups and downs.
It does. It does. It's good though. I do like it.
Yeah, but you also, anyone who works in food service or at a restaurant or customer service in general, you have to know how to talk to people.
For sure.
And you learn very quickly that some people don't know how to talk to you.
I think that like food service jobs in general should be a job that everyone should work, because I usually avoid any social media, anything, or anything in general about people working food service jobs and like not getting a tip one day or like something like that happening, because I already know what the comments are going to look like. I know how people look at people that work in the like food service industry, and I get it. I do. As someone that's never, like, for people that haven't worked in it, I get it. I am sure that people are like, maybe just get a real job, whatever.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what people think. Because I don't even want to look, because I can only imagine. But food service jobs we're doing the Lord's work for real. We're putting up with so much.
For real.
For $2 an hour.
Yep. And you pray for their generosity.
Yeah. And then they're like, my food came out, my chicken was too tough. And I'm like, I didn't cook the chicken. And they're like, no tip.
No tip. It's gotta be
the worst experience of my life.
Even then.
You would have to look me in the eyes and be like, I hate you, and then smack me in the face. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm not tipping them.
Even then though, I'm like, their dad just died probably, or something. 20%
minimum for me. And that's just because I work in the service industry. I'm always tipping 20%, if not more. Usually it's more, but like minimum is 20% for me. And that's just me. I'm not judging anyone that tips below that.
I also am that guy.
Side-eye.
Yeah, for real. I'm also that guy. Ever since working in a restaurant, I was like, okay, these people are God's little helpers. Like,
you really are.
Because
especially on a Sunday.
The Sundays are the worst. The church crowd, or even the
like
not
located
church crowd,
right in the middle of like a bazillion. I mean, all of us are, really. Like a bazillion churches. So it's like we don't get a lot of church crowd because we are a bar.
True.
So a lot of people don't come to us necessarily, but graduation time, it does not matter. Like it literally, like right now, it does not matter.
People are just flooding in.
People are flooding in no matter what day it is, or what time it is, or what hour.
And they have huge parties, and they're pissed beyond hell when you tell them that it's going to be a minute before they're sat.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "What? You can't sit me now?" And you're like, "I'm sorry, like, you have a party of 40."
And I'm like, "No, you can't."
They're like, "What about that open table over there?" Oh, I hated that question because I was a host. I never bartended or served, but like, well, I did serve when like the servers were struggling. I would go and get drinks and stuff and help the servers. But like, what about that table? And I'm like, bro, you not getting sat right now has nothing to do with the tables.
But also, it's like, okay, I'll sit you right there right now. And then the server's going to come get you a drink. And then it's going to be another 20 minutes before they can serve you and actually do their job, because they're already backed up.
Yep.
Or they are. Or the kitchen's backed up and we have to wait. Or like, whatever the reasoning is, there's a reason you're not being sat at that empty table right there. Like, there is a reason. Yeah. I swear to God.
Trust me.
Now, there are times and places where there might not be a reason, but 90% of the time, there's a reason.
Yep. There's a good reason. Trust me, bro. I don't want to come in between you and food.
Like me, if anybody comes between me and my food, they're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
You're like 6'5" with like muscles bigger than my head, and you're yelling at me right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, does it make you feel big and tall to yell at a girl that has a homeroom teacher? Not me, but like the host. I'm like, she literally has a homeroom teacher, and you're sitting here yelling at her right now. I'm like, dude, she's literally just got her learner's permit.
Right.
And you're like red in the face screaming at her.
Buddy, she doesn't even have her social security number memorized yet.
She doesn't even know what it is, actually.
Yeah.
She's like, what's a W-2? I'm like, great. Okay, awesome.
Sweet. Starting from stage one.
Why are we yelling at her, you know?
So with you, service and then bartending, that's another level though.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Of course, we're not going to name the place that you attend, that you work at. But I want to know, like, what's and I know, like, you're a girl in your mid-20s.
Right.
So you've heard some things.
Lots of things.
You've probably experienced some things.
Lots of things.
What is a crazy experience or a thing someone said to you?
So and this is going to sound like BS absolutely right now, but to be fully transparent, like the place that I work currently, because it is technically kind of public knowledge, like if you go on my social media, you'll know where I work. Beside that point, the restaurant that I work in, like the owners and the people that work there are genuinely and honestly, they are protectors. Like they will make sure that we do not have to experience anything like that.
Love that.
But
it happens.
It does happen. And at the last restaurant that I worked at, one time a man told me he wanted to sex traffic me. And I'm so dead serious. And that's why I quit, because the manager was literally like, well,
you probably should go.
He can come in next week. And I was like, I'm not serving him next week. And then I saw the schedule for the next week, and I was put on the party that he usually comes in on. And I was like, I quit. I'm not coming back in.
I'm not doing that.
I had a man write me a poem once about doing a lot of nasty, dirty things. He has a wife and kids, mind you.
Love that.
Wrote me a poem, and then when like he came back in, the man, and then like no one wanted to do anything about it, and I was like, I'm not serving that creep.
Yeah.
And
Wrote
then I
me a
found
full
out, like,
poem.
you know what I mean? Like, he wrote me a poem. A poem.
Was the poem at least kind of good?
No, it was bad. It was not even a good poem.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, can I write you a poem? I was like, no. And he was like, I'm going to write you a poem. I was like, well, it seems like your mind's already made up. So I told you no.
Where do you write it? Like on the back of the receipt?
No, he went and typed a poem at his house and came back and had a poem with my name and the place that I worked and was like, here you go. And I was like,
you're like, is there a check for $10 million in here? Otherwise, I'm not opening it.
Can you leave? And then I sent it in my bar group chat and I was like, and they were like, absolutely not.
Dang.
They were like, absolutely not. Get him banned.
I feel like
get him banned.
I feel like if a poem is your go-to move, then you at least got to be good.
But at least also, like, if you're going to be nasty and creepy, like, tip me like at least $100. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? At least make it worth my while to be uncomfortable.
I want to get your opinion on this. This is so fresh. Last night I saw a reel.
Okay.
And it was about tipping culture. Okay. Right. And everyone's got their opinions about tipping culture, right? But this tip, it was $9, a $9 tip on a bill that was $620.
Absolutely not.
Now, I am not going to defend this person for doing it, but they wrote out an explanation under the receipt.
Okay.
And I read their explanation and I was like, I've never thought twice about the tipping thing until I read that comment. Don't crucify me for this because I still believe in move the decimal place over, times it by 2, that's what you get. Right. If you're out of this world, you're getting more. Like I'm adding a few dollars to that. So I don't subscribe to this behavior, but it actually made me think for a second. So the guy said, I tipped you. He basically said in summary, just because the bill is $600 doesn't mean the service was $600. He said the service was great. I tipped you. Right. I tipped you what I would have tipped if this was a $40 meal or a $30 meal. But just because the food is more expensive, why does that mean that the server gets paid more expensive? And I was like, right. All right, guys, I got to tell you about something that I'm a huge fan of and I've been fan of for many, many years. Those who have engaged with this show and listened for a while, you know that I'm a fan of Good Days canned cocktails. They aren't your average drink. They're not your average seltzer, ready-to-drink canned cocktail, whatever you might think it is. It is not that. Good Days are inspired by classic cocktails. It's in the name. We're talking about sea breezes, whiskey sours, vodka ritas, gin gimlets, the whole nine, made with real juice, premium vodka, and American whiskey. Stuff that you'd actually order at a bar, and it tastes like it too, just in a can. They've also just dropped their new splash line, vodka sodas in a cranberry, a lime, and a grapefruit, which is clean, simple, and very crushable. Whether you're tailgating, you're on the water, you're watching a game, or you're just winding down after a long week, Good Days has you covered. You can check them out by going to their website, drinkgooddays.com. Of course, you have to be 21 years of age to purchase and consume Good Days, but go to their website, find a location where they're sold near you, and hit them up, purchase their product, and enjoy it like I have for years. They've supported Your Morning Drive almost since the beginning. And so we just love to support and give back to them. Again, that's drinkgooddays.com. Good days are ahead.
I do think at the end of the day, as a server that works at a high-end place like that, like you have to assume that, like, at the end of the day, I think tipping culture in general is a tricky subject. I agree with you. I do think, though, like a higher-end place like that, what you're saying, where it's like an entree is $100 or something like that. That's a little bit different. I do agree. I work at a place where it's like the food and the drinks are reasonably cheap.
Average
honestly,
ticket is probably $50-ish.
Maybe even
40.
less. Maybe even less.
Oh, wow.
Like, depending on what they get, like if you bring kids in, like what they're doing, what day of the week it is. We even do kids eat free some nights, like where I work, whatever.
Sure.
So when I'm working at the bar and a Jack Daniels is $7 and your bill is $100 and it's you and a friend and you tip me $5.
Yeah.
I did actually make the drinks and do the work
for sure
to put in that $100. So you do owe me $20.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to tip.
Right.
I think the thing that people don't realize though in sections or whatever, or this, that, and the other, how long they sat there is also a big part of it. So if that guy, it's there's so many things that go into it where it's like,
it's not
if
black
that
and white.
group or that family or whatever, that guy that tipped $9 sat there for 5 hours, even if the entrees were only like $100 each, there was like only 6 people and they only got 1 entree each or whatever. And you sat there for 5 hours in my section where I only have 3 tables. Now I'm mad. Now I'm pissed. Because now I just sat here for 5 hours, made $2 an hour, and you gave me a $9 tip.
Yeah.
When I could have had at least 4 tables sitting in this general area this whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just very if and whatever. I will say a lot of people's favorite thing to do is say, well, then your employer should be paying you.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Duh.
But also you not tipping doesn't make my employer pay me. It just makes my employer, who's making way more than I am, be like, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which at the end of the day, they own the business. They're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But just because somebody thinks that doesn't make it okay to not tip. You know what I mean? Like culture-wise, like tip culture-wise. So,
and then I open the comments.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's a completely valid opinion, and I do agree with you. And I open the comments, and of course, all the comments are, "You're a piece of shit. Why did you do that?"
Right.
But then the other half of the comments were just like, "This is ridiculous," or it's like foreigners, and they're just like, "I can't believe America still does this. Right. Everyone should be paid fairly, and then we don't have to worry about the tipping."
Exactly.
thing.
And it's like, I know a lot of places up north do actually pay like $15 an hour, and then you get tips on top of it if they feel like tipping you, which I think is really cool. Unfortunately, that's not how it is here, and a lot of people don't know that. I have learned that a lot of people don't know that we get paid $2 an hour or $3 an hour, depending where you work at. Some places are 7 or 5 or whatever. I don't know. But actually all of the restaurants I've worked at, average pay for like a server or a bartender is $2.13.
Yep.
And it's been that same way since my mom bartended, which she stopped bartending before I was born. So
20 some years ago.
So at least 30 years ago, at the least. So.
Yep. I agree. I find myself in a dilemma sometimes though, because I have friends. Okay. And these
you guys
friends,
know he has friends. Newsflash.
Please, no pictures.
Everybody, he has friends.
I have friends that they're not that guy, but
they could be.
They could be.
They could be that
in the
guy.
right situation. Like, for instance, there was this time that I picked up, and I promise, guys, this is an author podcast, not a restaurant one, but this is just fun. There was a time that I went and picked up like food to go or whatever for a friend. Oh, it was when our friends had a baby. No, it couldn't have been, because I wouldn't have charged them. Because like that's what you do for people that have a baby. You just give them a meal or whatever. There was a situation where we picked up food and I divided it down the middle. And my buddy was like, he's one of those guys that's like nickel and why is it so expensive? And I was like, oh, well, I tipped. And they were like, you picked it up to go.
Right.
And I was like, yeah. So I tipped.
Well, and a lot of times, depending on the restaurant too, a lot of places will tip the person that is like actually putting the to-goes together, not like the restaurant doesn't get it, or like they'll give it to the cooks, like the people that made the food. So technically your tip's going to like a good place.
Like I worked at a Chili's, and at Chili's they paid their to-go, but again, not everyone knows this. The Chili's, they pay their to-go people hourly, not great, like $7.
So people get paid
plus tips.
Like they get paid well, I would say. Like whenever I do to go, I'm always like, if I don't get tipped, it's fine. Like I have that mentality when I go into it.
Okay. Well, that's at least good to hear that at least another place does it.
Nowadays.
And I haven't been in a restaurant and like, I haven't worked in a restaurant. Trust me, I go out to eat, clearly.
He has friends, so.
Don't forget that.
Very important part.
Please. Chill on that. And the to-go people are the ones that are making sure your food's good. Like they're basically their own little world. Like the servers are doing their job, the hosts are doing their job, and then the to-go person is like operating in their own universe in the to-go counter.
Exactly.
And they're packing your food up. They're putting your sauces in the to-go container. They're doing the whole thing.
Exactly.
They should get tipped too. But like sometimes I won't lie. Like if I picked up like a pizza to go from like,
oh yeah, that's a little bit different.
Like,
well, maybe
it's like like,
If
especially if it's like
people watching, don't get mad at me.
If it's like a Domino's and it's like they don't serve people inside and it's just like, here's the tip, and it's like, who's getting that tip though?
Right.
Or is anyone getting that
Unless they're driving it to me, then I'll
the worst is
drivers, I'll tip those people.
The worst is when you go to a place. Oh, I went to a place, there's this new place in downtown Ackworth, right? And it's basically this bar. It's like one of those places where you can like serve yourself with the taps on the wall or whatever. And at the end, it was like, here's a place for the tip. And I wanted to be like, who the fuck gets that tip?
That tip then?
I served myself. Do I get the $3?
The one place that I will, without a doubt, always tip that I've learned a lot of people don't is always going to be like a coffee shop. I always tip at a coffee shop. Starbucks. It doesn't matter if it's Starbucks, Dunkin',
or a local
Bazaar
spot.
Coffee, like Alma, whatever. Like I don't care. Like I will always tip. It's whatever they're, because most of them have the same type of like machine or whatever, and then 20%, whatever. Move it along, whatever. Yeah. And I always tip every single time I go, no matter what. Or if it's cash, I'll leave cash. Like I make sure to do that because baristas they have it hard.
It's tough out here for a pimp.
So yeah.
Or for a barista rather.
Yeah. Or I mean, they're kind of like pimps in a way.
Yeah. In a weird way, they're hoarding all that coffee.
They are.
Yeah. Tipping culture. It's funny. Maybe we'll get there. Probably not.
Hopefully.
I truly think the only way that that's going to happen is if there's like this nationwide strike or something. Like there's no way it's going to change. There's no way it's going to change otherwise.
Yeah.
Because like
I don't see it happening.
Unless a restaurant opens that's just like, no, we're going to pay our people. And then people go to that restaurant. And then through happenstance, they hear, oh, wow, they actually pay. Yeah. And then maybe it'll trickle, but it's not going to happen.
You know,
I like to be an optimist on it, but
my best
feel like we're in too
biggest
deep.
Goal in life is that one day they open a Dick's Last Resort near me.
That'd be so
like
fun.
The one where people are like, mean to you, so that I can work there. Yeah. Because I've been told numerous times that I'd be great there. So, you know, maybe one day.
She is mean, folks.
I will get tipped for being an asshole. Who knows?
Which, even as a bartender, you can kind of be edgy with them, can't you?
I'm usually, like, the way that I put it is very, again, sarcastic. I'm a little bit of a sarcastic asshole in a way. Yeah. You know, it's like a playful bully. Like, I'm never going to look at someone and be like, you're ugly and bald. But I might, if you're really mean to me, then I might. Then I might actually bully you. I'm kidding.
You're ugly and bald.
I'm kidding. You're ugly and bald. All of you guys. Every single person that's listening.
You're bald.
I'm kidding. No, I'm bald. She's bullying people that don't have hair.
Yeah. Discriminating against
I'm
bald
ageist
people.
And I hate bald people. So
well, they kind of go together sometimes.
I mean, they do. Exactly.
Oh God. Well, so you work at this place. You make it work because you have to. Because you know, not.
I do
all
actually
of us,
enjoy it. I do. I really do. I do like bartending. I'm not gonna lie.
And I love the place
it's a
you
lot
work.
Of fun,
the food is good. Genuinely, anyone I bring there is just like, whoa, it's good.
You know, why not? Good drinks, good food, cheap.
Yeah,
reasonably
cheap. Pretty affordable, even in today's world.
That's the key.
So now let's talk about writing.
Okay.
Because that's what you're here to do.
That is what I'm here to do.
Well, you did not open a restaurant. You're not promoting that.
I'm not doing that. No.
Would you?
Maybe. I've thought about like a bookstore, coffee shop, but also a bar. So like at night it flips. Because I mean, technically like baristaing and bartending are very similar in a way. Like, they're not exact. It's not an exact science. Obviously, I know that. But I see the way that like baristas and bartenders and people work kind of cohesively. And I do watch baristas. So if you guys ever see me in a coffee shop and I'm just staring at you guys, it's not you, it's me. But I have seen it. So it's like, you know, like 5 o'clock hits, 4 o'clock hits, you close down for an hour. Night people come in, you switch over, and we have like a bar. So imagine like boozy book club, and like the girly pops come in and have their go to the bookstore. Stuff, Everyone gets their book. They go to the lounge area. They sit there. They get a cocktail. They can get coffee if they want. Still non-alcoholic little spritzers. We can have whatever we want, and you know you can rent like a little area and do your little book club, and everyone can have a drink that's themed to whatever book you want. Like, would that not be so fun?
It would be.
And then you'd have like a little like. You know, appetizers, refreshers, like whatever, like small things.
There was this place by KSU that existed years ago that didn't have a bookstore in it, but it kind of was like, hey, come work here, like do your classwork here. And so like they had a coffee bar and the coffee was great, but then they also had a gelato bar. But then at night they turned it into a bar
Like an
and you could
actual
drink
bar.
and you could drink
So, like
wine
that.
and beer
Yeah.
and stuff.
Exactly.
But it didn't last. And I was like, why didn't it last?
That sounds like it should have lasted. So, well, I'll make mine last.
You should.
Whenever.
You should.
If I ever actually do that.
Maybe. You never know.
Got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
There is.
You're a busy woman right
I
now.
am, so.
So when you started all of this, the writing stuff, when you began your journey on Wattpad.
Yeah.
Wattpad.
So right there.
Not iPad, folks. Wattpad.
Not Wattpad. Wattpad. He's close.
Not what I said. Wattpad.
Not what he said.
We're not doing
Never
Wattpad.
what he said.
No one's saying that.
No one is.
So what is that?
Wattpad?
Yeah, what is that?
Okay. Wow, guys. Okay, so all the girlies that listen to this are going to be like, oh, this guy.
This piece of shit has never picked up a book.
So Wattpad and or AO3, you might hear that throughout this as well.
Okay.
Are online platforms where you can publish books for free and you don't get paid for them. I mean, well, with Wattpad, you can get paid for them as long as they're original content. You can get paid for it. I was writing fan fiction. Do you know what fan fiction is?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So I was writing fan fiction.
Based on what?
Harry Styles.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, say what you need to say. It got me where I am today. So, and I still love Harry Styles and I'm still very, very proud of what I did and like how I did everything. So it's like, most people don't actually have like any bad opinions on that or the idea of that. But some people are like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So I was writing on there because I was reading on there a lot of fan fiction as well. And I want to say it was like 2018. Me and my friend were in her basement. Her name was also Emma. I do have a best friend.
She has a friend.
I do. Yes. Her name
one.
I one. Well, two. There's two mentioned in this. I already mentioned one actually.
True.
Ashley. So this is
Ashley.
three.
Shouts
to Ashley, Emma, and Heather is about to be on.
And maybe Caleb. We're still out on. We're not sure.
I don't know about that one.
All right.
Maybe by the end of the podcast we'll see. But I don't know why I'm looking over there. No one's there. Sorry.
I mean, we are.
Oh, I am there.
It's kind of weird, right?
And there. And here. Anyways, I was in my friend's basement, which sounds really creepy. We were both there, not just me.
Yeah.
We were both there together.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, because we were talking about fan fiction. And I remembered that I had these fan fictions from like 2012 that I wrote when I was like a child. For some stupid reason, I was doing that. Don't know why. And I was like, those are still online. And they're still online under my legal name on Wattpad. And they're bad. Like, I have to go find my password to this and like log back in, whatever. So I did. And I took them down. And then I looked at like the stories on there. I was like, oh, wait. I forgot how fun this was. Like, let me dive back in. We dove back in. We both started reading Wattpad stories again that night. Stayed up all night reading books, Wattpad books, whatever. Then we moved on and we switched over to writing them together. She was writing Harry Potter. I was writing the Harry Styles, both the Harrys, both Brits.
Yeah.
Super great, very different, but awesome. And I wrote one and it was horrible. And then I wrote another one and it grew to like, I think I remember I like got like 1,000 reads and I was like, I bought myself like a cake, I think.
Okay.
I was like, guys, I hit 1,000 reads. Like, I'm famous. Whatever. I don't know. And then, like, 2020 hits, and I am in college. I went to college, believe it or not, guys.
Where'd you go?
Reinhardt.
Sweet.
For 2 years.
Sweet.
But I was there for musical theater. I did drop out, so no, I didn't graduate. I don't have a degree. Nobody asked because it's not a thing that I did.
You're not self-conscious about it.
I'm not, actually. I love what I did there, and I can still go back. Like, literally for the rest of my life could go back to college if I wanted to, and I know that. But I don't regret going for the 2 years that I did because I learned a lot about myself and everything in general and the world and life and people and whatever. And I don't think that I would have started writing as much as I did if I hadn't gone to school, whether I was going to school for that or not. But COVID hit and I was at home and I had my friend Heather called me with this idea. She was like, hey, you should write this book on your Wattpad. And I was like, okay. So I started writing the book and overnight it got like 4,000 reads. And I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't even going to write this book. Like, I was just going to write the first few chapters and like leave it so I can finish the other book that I was writing. And then I posted about it. And the posts that I was getting, like posting were getting traction. I'm getting like 20,000 followers on TikTok. And then I have like 30,000 followers on TikTok. And then people are reading this Wattpad story. And I'm like, what is going on? And I also was getting married at that time. And like, there was just so much going on that year in general. And then the story before I was even finished writing it hit 1 million reads. And I was like, I think that this is probably, I should keep doing this. And then everyone kept commenting when I finished writing it. They were like, you need to do this. Like, this is your calling. Like, this is what you have to do. I was like, yeah, haha, whatever. Still plan to go back to college. Then I didn't. And then here we are. 3 years later.
We're looking at the Wattpad right now, folks.
Oh God, I'm terrified.
And
how did we find that so fast?
it's in your link tree still.
It is. Oh, I did keep it there. No, I'm just going to stay there.
You did it. This
I'm
is
terrified. What are you looking at?
First of all, your username.
Well,
nice.
Didn't want my full name on there. Now everyone knows it's me, so it doesn't really matter.
You didn't even go like partly like full name. Like you just went full on.
I did have a fan account for on Instagram for Callum Hood. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
5 Seconds of Summer.
Okay.
He's the bassist from that band.
Cool.
I had a fan account for him, and it was that, but with his last name. And that was when I started my Wattpad was with that. I changed the name to his name, Harry's name, because it was about Harry, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my sig is also a diehard Harry Styles.
Who?
My significant other.
Oh, great! Imagine me being an idiot.
I abbreviate a lot of things.
That's okay. That's fine.
It's the new
He has friends, guys.
I do. All my friends tell me it's okay. Yeah, she's a Harry Styles fan. I actually just did we were talking about Harry Styles the other night because I got lit. And for whatever reason, whenever I'm lit, one of my go-to songs that I want to hear is Night Changes.
Okay, that's fair.
And because I like to belt it. Like, I know every word.
For everyone that's listening and not watching, I have 9 Harry Styles tattoos.
Really?
And 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4 One Direction tattoos. Out of those, they might be, I don't know. Anyways, my favorite one is I have a Liam Payne tattoo. I do.
Shouts.
So, shout out to Liam Payne. R.I.P.
Rip.
But
he fell off. Sorry. Not good. Right? See,
guys,
you said out of pocket stuff at the beginning, and I was like, I make horrible jokes.
This man,
horrible jokes.
Get him banned. We don't do that here.
We were in this car, and I was like, man, it's a shame that dude, what happened to him, because besides Harry, now, I'm not the biggest One Direction, I don't know all of the lore, but besides Harry,
whatever you need to know, I know.
Besides Harry, he was I don't want to say the only one that had stuff going for him, because it's not true.
That is
but
not.
Liam's the only other one, at least from my perspective, that things were going, things were gaining traction.
Niall and Harry are the 2 probably most popular. I would say Zayn, but Zayn doesn't really tour, so he kind of just makes music to make music, which is good for him.
And then there's the other one.
And then there's Louis and Liam. And I love Louis. I've seen Louis. I've been to his concert.
Really?
I have. He was great. He's fantastic. Really? He sold out State Farm Arena actually for this coming summer. So he's doing well.
Shouts, yeah.
But it's mostly 1D fans that love those guys. Harry, I feel is the only one that I don't feel like he's the only one. I do think that they have their own fan bases as well. Don't get me wrong. But I do think he has the biggest fan base is what I'm trying to say. You're very right in that sense.
Harry's
Harry's own.
He's the superstar.
I've met people that are Harry Styles was in One Direction, and I'm like, what is
even I know that.
What is wrong with you? Yes.
I listened to a fair amount of One Direction when they were popping off. It was.
Oh, I literally was listening to One Direction on the way.
Their songs went hard. I mean, actually, and they still do go hard.
The last song that I was listening to before I got out was "Fool's Gold" by One Direction.
Wow.
I have it right here, guys.
Have not heard that one.
It's a good one.
Maybe I have.
It's kind of slow. It's kind of sad.
What do you think about the song "Rock Me"?
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay, I don't.
Why was I a child listening to it? I don't know. It's not my favorite. Don't get me wrong.
My wife loves that song. She's like, oh, can I cue it up?
That is a fan favorite, I will say, but amongst the One Direction, Directioners, and it is not my favorite. And it's the same thing and I will get crucified for this, and I just know that I'm going to get crucified for it, because every single time I say it, people are like, what is wrong with you, you heathen? No Control is one of my least favorite songs from that album, and I know you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I thought you were about to say One Thing is a bad song.
That's a
you're
fantastic
fucking
song.
Wrong.
Arguably better than What Makes You Beautiful.
Is so good.
It's such a good song.
Oh,
and not arguably, it is. It's just a better song than What Makes You Beautiful. But no, No Control is one of my least favorite One Direction songs, and people are like, what is wrong with you?
I'm about to add it to my library, so I know. I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
And it's not a bad song. It's just not one of my favorites. And it became the fandom's favorite freaking song. And I'm like, what are we doing?
No Control?
What are we, from 4. It's good. It's a good song.
Sweet. We're going to listen to it on the way.
It's not the best in my opinion. So
guys, I want to tell you about something really cool happening right here in Cartersville. All In or All Out Ministry is hosting their first annual Mic Drop Masters comedy event on September the 11th out at Georgia Highlands College in Cartersville in their gym. The event is Laughs for a Purpose, and that purpose is real. They're raising money for an incredible cause, and they need your support to hit their goal. Whether you want to grab a ticket, make a donation, or just spread the word, every little bit helps. Head over to givebutter.com/AIAO-mic-drop-masters-2026 to check it out. The link is in the description of the episode so that you can go down, donate, get involved, and it's going to be a ton of fun. We've got 8 great people from around Cartersville going around fundraising, raising money. So if you want to support any of them or donate to the mission overall, or sponsor, if you're an organization that wants to get your name out there more, we're going to have a great time at Georgia Highlands on the 11th of September. So come out and support. Link is in the description. And to support AIAO, go to their website, AIAO Ministry.
Anyways, we were talking about Wattpad. Sorry.
We were. Her whole account is just, it's just Harry Styles fandom.
It is.
Also,
Harry Styles fan fiction.
we're bouncing.
Yeah.
Right. We're bouncing all over.
Yeah.
What's with the cherries?
So I did write the story Cherry. That is a thing.
Yeah.
And that is the one book that I wrote that like on Wattpad that has millions, not just 1 million, not just 2 million. It's like 15 million reads. It is the reason, like, and I truly mean this, like the reason that I am anywhere today is because of that fan fiction. People have it tattooed on them somehow, some way. People have my handwriting tattooed on them with quotes from that book. I have quotes from that book tattooed on me. It is a thing. It is a whole thing. I post about it to this day. Mind you, I wrote it again in 2020. I post about it to this day, and I will get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of comments, views, whatever.
That's
because
awesome.
People still love this fan fiction. So I actually did just get an agent to traditionally publish the book. I'm obviously changing a lot of it because I cannot publish a book that has anything having to do with Harry Styles. So I'm changing a lot of things and working with said agent to change a lot of things. But it's really, really cool, all the opportunities that book has brought me alone, because she read it, the agent that I'm working with right now, she read it when she was in college. And when she was in college to become an agent and to do what she's doing right now, she read it as I was updating it. And then later on, I posted about it. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to, I'm going to publish this. When I posted about that, I was like, hey, I'm going to write this. I'm going to rewrite it for myself. And I'm going to publish it in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's a self-publication. I don't know if I'm going to try to find an agent. I've never done that before, so I don't know if I'm going to try to do that. I don't know. That was kind of my thought process. I was like, whatever happens with it, happens with it. But like, I'm just going to do this and we're going to go. And she found me and was like, hey, I want to be a part of this. Whatever it is, I want to be a part of it. And I was like, all right. So now we're working together, and she's beautiful and amazing and awesome. And so that's what the Cherry thing is. That as well as like all the, it's on my books. I'm wearing the necklace and the earrings. It's my phone case. It's my purse. It's my everything. When you tell your parents, oh, I like cats when you're like 6, and then your parents get you cat things for the rest of your life. That's me with cherries, but with every single person I know. They'll see something with the cherry on it at a store or like when they're on vacation, and they will buy it for me.
That's awesome.
And I love it. It's my favorite thing. And even if I already have it, I will reuse it and re-gift it to someone else or whatever. But like, I love cherries. It's become my whole personality now. So.
Wow.
It's a thing.
That's awesome. Several questions. Several questions from
God, I'm scared.
From that spiel there. Number one, going back to this, where are the Harry Styles tattoos?
Oh, okay.
So that's the one for Liam.
We have the Liam one.
Rip.
1982.
Okay.
It's from Grape Juice. The song Grape Juice. I'm trying to. This is technically a Harry Styles tattoo, but it's also like doubles as a Taylor Swift tattoo because he doesn't even know the lore, guys.
I don't know the lore. I know that they were kind of a thing.
They did date. And he used to wear this necklace. It's like a little paper airplane for those that are listening. It's like a little paper airplane necklace. And when she wrote the song Style, which was obviously about him, she wore the paper airplane necklace in the music video, and it became like a thing for her too. So now it's a thing for both of them. So
and for
that
you
one right there, and for me, of course.
Yeah, she has friends.
I do. Yeah. This one is probably my biggest Harry Styles tattoo. My little bunny, so cute.
Love it.
Do you need the story behind it?
Nope.
No, just the bunny. It's just the bunny.
It's just a bunny with glasses.
It's a bunny with glasses. It has a really cool story though. So I'm actually going to tell you. I don't really care what you want to say, and you get to know it. So that's just what you get. So the last tour he went on, Love on Tour, I went, obviously, and I went to multiple shows, and people throw things at him all the time. It's a constant thing.
Yeah.
I was not going to do that. I was like, no, I'm not going to be the person that hits Harry Styles with a pair of glasses and then my life is over forever because I can't show my face in public again. But for the tour, like the little emblem, like with all the merch, everything had bunnies. And when I was at the tour, I was sitting there and I was front row and I had my glasses and he walked up to me and like asked for them. I have videos, don't worry. But he asked for them and I was like, Harry Styles just looked at me. Guys, what do I do? Obviously, I threw him the glasses. Duh. That was the first mode of action. He wore them. Then the next day, I was in the same spot. And he gave them back to me, obviously. The next day, he asked for them again. And he remembered me. He was like, hey, it's you again. I was like, hey. So yeah. So then I got the glasses that I wore and then the bunny. And that's my favorite Harry Styles tattoo.
That's so cool.
So cute and fun.
What a cool experience.
You didn't even want to know that, but you know now.
No, and I am going to need the video.
Okay.
Because
I've got plenty. Don't worry.
Because
every angle. Like I really do. I posted on Instagram and I was like, hey, if anybody was here and has like a video of this from wherever you were sitting, please send it to me.
And they did.
They did.
That's
Both
awesome.
ones. I have it all.
Where was the show?
Atlanta. It was in I was going to say Mercedes-Benz. State Farm.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need the video because my wife is going to want to, she's going to want to see it. Even though she wasn't involved, she's going to want to see it.
I will send her the video. I will send you the video. Yeah. And you can show your wife.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Thank you. Yeah.
My husband was there. He was just like in the very, very back row. And then I was down in the front row.
He was just like, I love that
it was him and my dad. They were up there up in the 200 section. He does not like standing on the floor. He's never been a floor person. I am asleep on the street of New York City. Like, actually,
so that you can be in the front.
So I can be in the front row. Like I would do that. And I'm not ashamed. I've slept with the rats and I will do it again. And that's okay. But yeah, so that was that. I have a guitar here for Harry.
Okay.
This is my fan fiction, technically, if you want to count that. I don't know. I have one of my ribs. I have one on my foot. I have one on my spine.
Wow.
I'm missing something. I'm missing one of them somewhere. I don't even know. But I have those.
But you like tattoos?
I do. I do love tattoos. So I'm gonna get more sooner or later.
I want more.
Got a lot of free real estate up in this area. So.
Tons of free real estate.
You know,
and on the other arm too.
And on the other arm too.
Yeah,
this one we're making it work.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Was there any like organization or were you just like throw it wherever there's space?
So these are technically all book related on my left arm. And then these are mostly music related on my right arm.
On your hand, does the sparkles, stars does that mean anything?
No,
my sister just got like the same tattoo.
I just thought it was really cute. And I thought it kind of added to like the whimsical, bookish, fantasy-esque part of the tattoo. So I got it. And
she literally got the same tattoo.
I got it on my hand and everyone was like...
On her hand, yeah.
Can't get tattoos on your hand. And I was like, well, it's too late. Now I have to be a successful author because I can't be a doctor now. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was going to do anyway, you know?
Because God forbid, if you're about to operate on me, I'm going to wake up before you put me under and I'm going to say, oh my God, I need a different doctor.
Because you have tattoos.
Because she has a tattoo.
Absolutely. Blue hair and tattoos, get her banned.
The worst.
Get her out of here.
People probably look at you and they assume the worst things about you.
Oh, they do. No, they do. Especially old people. Again, bring it back to that.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself? Imagine asking somebody that. Could you imagine looking somebody in the face and being like, hey, so I know that I have no control of your life, don't know your name, don't know anything about you. Why would you do that to your body? Because I would never ask anybody that. You know what I mean? Like, I would never do that.
Never.
People do ask me that quite often.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's boomer shit, though.
It is. Speaking of.
that is my current TikTok feed is people complaining about boomers.
I could do it all day long.
I think it's fun.
Actually, could make a whole podcast about that.
There was a time, and then back to the reading, folks, I swear. There was a time I was working at a grocery store when I was in college, and I was working like a late shift. And same thing we were talking about earlier. I said like, oh man, I'm tired. Or I'm ringing someone up. Like I'm the late night cashier, the closing cashier, whatever. Right. Ringing someone up. He's like 90. And I yawn. He's like, what do you have to be tired for? And I was like, and so immediately anger, fueling anger.
I'm like,
but
steam is like,
I was
coming
like,
off of
okay,
me.
I'm going to talk to this guy. So I was like, oh, I was at school all day, came here at 4, closing, it's 11. First of all, why is a 90-year-old awake at 11?
Like, why are you, don't you have
they
a
go
bus
to bed
to
at
catch
4
to, like,
or whatever?
Like the cat, like,
Right.
you need a cat's bus to get out of here.
Right. So I'm like, oh, it did that, well, you don't know. Yeah, I got homework.
Yeah.
Like, this is the beginning of my night.
Right.
Well, back, we used to, and I was like, okay, do you go to college? Or did you go to college? He was like, no, I started working at the gas station when I was 12 or whatever. And I was like, okay, noted. And he was like, forget how it came around, but he made a comment about my mom. Not a mean comment, but like, your mother. Oh, I think I said something that he took and was like, your mother should have raised you better or something. Basically ran with that. He said that. He said your mom should have done better or something.
And your mom is dead.
And I flat lied to him.
What do you want me to say?
Flat lied to him though. And I was like, oh, well, my mom's dead.
Great. I was talking about his mom because he's 90, so his mom's obviously dead, but like,
my mom is very alive.
Oh, okay, perfect. I've done that before.
Yeah, my mom is very alive, and my wife will hate that comment because her mom is no longer with us.
Okay. And my husband's dad's dead, so I make dad jokes all the time.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
She makes dead mom jokes, and I'm like, do I laugh?
No, laugh. Always laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
Always.
And yeah, so I was just like, my mom's dead, and he immediately felt like
bad.
shit.
Yeah, as you should.
Apologized profusely.
As you should.
And I was just like, oh no, you didn't know. But on the inside, I was like, let's fucking go. Showed that old bitch. Yeah, like the boomer thing. You guys got to stop.
Now he's probably gone.
Got
it. Sorry. I mean, he was like 90.
Well,
how long ago was that?
He's not alive.
Oh, okay, great.
There's no way.
Well, not great. I don't know.
Well, one less boomer.
Like one less boomer in the world.
Listen. Just be nice to people. Like before we started recording, we were talking about, if you treat me great, I'm going to treat you great.
Respect is given when it's earned. End of story. If you respect me, I will respect you back.
Amen.
Point blank, period.
Absolutely.
If you don't, not a thing.
Clock it, sis.
Clock it.
Clock that shit,
And I
sis.
did. And I will.
Yeah. Yeah. Hate old people. Just kidding. Don't hate them all, but be better. Just stop being so mean to young people.
Exactly.
But you know what is funny is I saw this reel, and then back to the books, guys. You probably are like, God, I came here to promote books, but we're talking about restaurants and old people.
It's fine.
I saw this video from this boomer, and he was like, back in our day, like back when we were kids, our parents gave us shit too. So maybe it's just a thing that's just going to happen for the rest of time.
It probably will be.
We'll probably be like that.
And that's
to
okay.
Young people.
See, and I already am sometimes. Like sometimes like there's like teenage boys with like sea urchin hair, like, you know what I mean?
They're just like, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, fuck you 12-year-old. You don't know what tired is.
And I'm like, oh, God, I do have a lot of empathy for like younger generations in general, because it's like, if we got a bad, I know the birth. You know what I mean? But I don't know. There's just certain things I do blame parents for, but I'm also not a parent. So what can I say?
Well, you can't, but I have the same dilemma.
I'm not a parent, but like,
yeah.
Why?
I'm not a parent, but I know that iPad is bad.
Know the word "excuse me"? You know what I mean? Like, why does your kid not know how to say that? Or like, how do they not know how to read the word silhouette when they're like a 17-year-old in high school? That's a little bit embarrassing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't know Wattpad, and I'm 30. But
listen, that's okay though, because I feel like you would think it's like I feel I've heard a lot of pronunciations of the word like throughout the years of my life, so I'm not judging you based off of that, but like, I did see a video on TikTok, and it was a bunch of like teenagers, and they had to read this like thing, and it said like the word silhouette, extraordinary, and gauche, which gauche is spelled it's not spelled the way you would think.
How's it spelled?
It's like GOUSCHE or something like that. I don't even know how to spell it, in all honesty, because like I don't use that word, but I knew what the word was when I read it, or it's like GAU. I don't even know. It's crazy spelling.
It's weird.
But the word silhouette,
or extraordinary,
the amount of students, and they're in high school students. I'm not talking about like a toddler, okay, guys? High school students that couldn't read or pronounce the word silhouette. And I was like, this has to be a joke, right? Like, there's no way this is not a joke, and it wasn't a joke. And then all these high schoolers are coming back in the comments and they're like, what, so you guys think I'm stupid because I can't? Yeah, actually I do. No, like actually I do think you're an idiot. I think you're literally dumb.
Literally a moron.
An idiot, a complete idiot.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed for you. You should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And if you go ask ChatGPT what to do about it, I'm going to get even more mad. Like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Get them banned.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
They're done.
You're done.
Get them done.
You're done.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's
I'm
crazy.
not a parent, but I know that iPad for your 2-year-old probably isn't
Might
healthy.
not be the best.
Not the best.
Not the best. No.
Not the best. We didn't have iPads.
I didn't get my first
I had
cell
coloring
phone.
books.
People hear this. I'm like, I didn't get my first cell phone until I was like 13.
Yeah,
maybe?
me too.
14, something like that.
13 or 14. Yeah, I was the last of my friends.
And I did get an iPod. I did get an
friends.
iPod a little bit before that, so I could like text when I was on Wi-Fi to my mom. But it was like maybe a year before that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't much before that. So
yeah, it was the gateway into the phone.
It was very much so.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, I feel you. So fan fiction for Harry Styles, fun. I'm going to ask this question. It's going to come off rude, but it's not meant to be rude.
Okay.
What is the point of writing fan fiction?
That is not rude. A lot of people that aren't in the, and I'm going to use this word because I mean it, the cult, like the fan fiction culture.
Yeah, it is a culture.
It is. It really, really, really is. A lot of people that aren't in it don't get it, and I don't mean that in like a
I don't take it that way. Yeah, for sure.
It's just not a thing that if you didn't grow up reading it or you don't know what it is, it's just not a thing that you would get. And the best way to put it is, in my opinion, like fan fiction starts with characters more so. So like there's Harry Potter fan fiction out there. There's books that are fan fictions that you didn't even know were fan fictions probably. 50 Shades of Grey was a fan fiction.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did know
that. It was
that.
a Twilight fan fiction.
Yep.
A lot of people did not know that.
Did know that.
After is a Netflix movie.
Yeah. I've seen that.
That is a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Have I seen After? Yes,
You
I
might
did because
have.
my wife watched it and she was like, that is a Harry Styles fan fiction.
It's a Harry Styles fan fiction. A lot of people don't know that. And I read those books when they were on Wattpad because they were on Wattpad. I did read those on Wattpad when I was probably way too young to be reading them. But Harry Potter fan fiction is a huge thing. So it's like people are taking characters and creating new storylines for them. That's a big part of what fan fiction is. It's taking characters and making them into fan fictions that are different here, there, whatever, anywhere. So there's a new movie coming out called The Love Hypothesis. Yeah. That is a Kylo Ren and Rey fan fiction.
Whoa.
And was made into a regular book and then turned into what it is. The guy's name is literally Adam, the guy in the book.
That's nuts.
And it's really crazy too because the guy that's playing Adam, his wife is Daisy Ridley.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy and fun?
That's fucking wild.
I thought that was such a cute little
They knew what they were doing.
I thought that was so fun. And he's the perfect Adam. Like he's amazing for the part. But it's really starts there. And then when it comes into like the play of real life people, I put that in quotations because it's kind of like a face cast, if that makes any sense. So a lot of the fan fictions are AU, which is like alternate universe. So you're really just using them as a face cast, as like a base level.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really cool intro into writing. At least for me it was, because it kind of helped me learn, write, and figure out my voice. Because I wasn't having to create a base of a character. I kind of was I already had a character, basically. I was just kind of like adding things to this person that I thought I knew, which I didn't know. I don't know him. I never will. But that was kind of how it started. And then it feathered off into me writing actual books that have nothing to do with real people. And
yeah, so. It's almost like it's, for those who don't know what fan fiction is, it kind of makes it, I don't want to say easier, but it does. It makes it easier for you to get into writing because
very much
you're building off of characters that have existing IP.
Absolutely. Which a lot of fan fiction too is full blown, like it'll be like there was a lot of Selena Gomez and Harry Styles fan fiction when I was younger. That was the thing. Don't ask me why. With the 5 Seconds of Summer fan fiction, it was a lot of like Halsey. You know who Halsey is, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Halsey live. Let's
go.
Me
too. She's amazing.
Shouts.
I have a Halsey tattoo as well.
Oh, wow.
But Halsey and like Ashton Irwin was like a thing. Or like Halsey and Luke Hemmings. Like that was a thing. So there's a lot of stuff in that general sense where it's like people would ship certain real life people together and write books about them or whatever.
Yeah.
I never did that. Most of my other characters were people I made up. They're called OCs, original characters, instead of, like the Harry Styles or the Niall Horan or the Gandalf or Harry Potter, Hermione, whatever, you know what I mean? Like you would have OCs, original characters. So yeah.
What do the biggest critics of fan fiction say? Because and I'm assuming here, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will, because you're mean.
I am.
Is a lot of fan fiction very sexual?
It can be. So Cherry is, like I said, the main one that kind of like blew up for me. And it is not. I had like one scene, I made sure to make it very like minimal in that sense. A lot of the alternate universe AU ones that I have where it's not actually him, it's just like his face. As in like a casting for a movie in a way. Like,
sure.
Because even the books that I write now, so like the non-fan fiction books in that way. So like these books, I have face casts in my head of actual actors and real life people who I imagined while I was writing it. They're not them. Like it's their own person, their own thing. But in those, I felt a little bit more comfortable personally. If you flip to a random page in there, be prepared because there could be nasty, dirty stuff in there. Just so you know. Oh God, I'm so scared. Please don't do that. I'm so terrified. Is it nasty and dirty? Is it nasty and dirty?
It's not super nasty.
What is it about? Oh my God, what page are you on? I'm so scared. I'm fucking scared right now. He's reading an excerpt. I'm so scared. No.
This man, wait, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
I'm so scared right now. I'm covering my face.
This is fun. We're on chapter 10. Think I Like You by the band Camino.
Okay, so all my books do have songs for the chapter.
Love that.
Every single one of them.
He doesn't hesitate to reach over the console.
Oh.
His hand resting on my bare thigh.
No.
His finger already drawing circles on the soft skin. This man is going to end me.
He is going to end her.
Whoa.
He does.
He's constantly touching me, and my body is very aware when it comes to Bellamy.
That's his name.
It's more intense because with him, I've waited for
sex.
That's it. That's the last word of that sentence. Yeah, just
I'm so scared.
No, I'm not going to read anymore, but this is cool. This is just fucking awesome. First of all, I can't believe I didn't tell you this from the get-go, but like this is really cool that you've done this.
It was insane. Because I went from, like I said, obviously with the fan fictions and the things, not holding my books in my hand, just seeing them on a screen. And then finally getting to like physically hold one of my books in my hand was the most surreal thing. Even to this day, like I'll be sitting at a book signing, holding my book, talking about it, and I'm like, you wrote this. Like, this is so weird to me. Even to this day, I will never not look at it and be like, this is the coolest thing.
And this is like, and it's just so cool because like this, like there's like, these are like real books too.
Big, full books.
Like this book is
the first
like.
one is I think 380 or 4, close to 4. I want to say. Maybe. I could be very wrong.
389.
Okay, perfect.
And then the second one is?
Closer to 500, I think. 4 or something, maybe 500.
You are on.
Oh God, I'm scared.
If you count the acknowledgements and the also by, you're 500 on the dot.
Okay, perfect. I was like, I want to say it's like right around 500. I count it in that sense because, fun fact, printing cost rises per page. So it's like I have to think of that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the longer it is, the more expensive.
Exactly.
Dang. So it's not like buying shit in bulk.
The more expensive it is.
Dang.
Always the way.
That stinks.
It does. But it's like if they have something to say, the characters are going to say it no matter if I want to cut it down or not, you know? So.
It's only fair because we did it with that one.
Oh God, I'm so scared. This one's way raunchy.
Wow. Twice I have turned to the beginning of a chapter.
Oh no, I got that because they're definitely in that. What is the name of that chapter?
What I Was Made For by Billie Eilish.
Okay, this is really depressing. So go ahead and be really prepared for something super sad.
I don't know if I want to.
It's actually really sad.
There's a lot more words here.
There are.
This text is smaller.
That one is a very, he's holding the newest one for anyone that's just listening. It's called The Center of Attention. It is my first hockey romance, but it deals with a lot of heavy topics. A lot of my books deal with, they're romance novels, yes. And they do have some smut in there, yes. But they are, they do deal with some real life things, some heavy things.
As they should. We haven't kissed since that night at the bar, and I've been craving it. She isn't saying no. I kiss her, weaving my hand into her hair just to pull her toward my lips. She kisses me back, and this is definitely better than an ice cream sandwich, which, pause, There's not many things better than ice cream sandwiches.
To be very fair, they are high in that chapter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
this is like 1,000 ice cream sandwiches, and I lean forward, propping up an elbow to kiss her deeper. She tastes like sweet, like sugar cookies. She pulls back, and I almost forget where I am after tasting her again. My eyes stay closed as her warmth evades me. I should be an audiobook reader. That'd be fun.
You should. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll hire you.
That's cool. Okay.
He's hired, guys.
I'd love to. People have told me for years that I should do that. I have a friend that like has an account on like
I've always wanted to do audiobooks for mine. I don't have any on there. So, but maybe one day.
You should.
I don't know.
You should. This is really neat. And I love how you've made Cherry kind of your brand.
It is
like
very much
from
so.
like just from like not even just like a personal perspective, but just like your author. I don't know how like to say like your business, because it is your business.
It is my business,
like,
technically.
From a business perspective, you've made Cherry's kind of an icon. And even like on this, one of the first things I noticed looking at this cover is he's got a cherry on the bottom of his.
She has one too. On the other one.
Oh, she does. She's wearing the necklace.
And then on the other two, and the newest one as well, there are going to be cherries on. They're hidden. A lot of my. So that's what I was going to say, actually. So the illustrator of my books, like that illustrates the covers and stuff like that. Her name is Cassandra. She's amazing. We met because she has a like merch store that's based off of Harry Styles. So she knew who I was from Cherry, and that's how we met. So whenever I first was going to publish my first book, I posted on my Instagram because I don't want to say it in this way, but in an actual sense, I had so many resources at my feet, like right in my hands, with having the follower and fan base that I had in a way, or friends like her in a way where I'm like, you guys are all so talented and so involved in general in my life as it is. I would love to be able to give back and or use some of that talent for what I love to do. So I posted on my Instagram and I was like, does anybody want to or know anyone that's kind of getting into doing covers or wants to try their hand at doing my cover? Got a lot of time to test it out, see if you want to, whatever. And she replied and she was like, I would love to try. Never done a book cover before, but here's my like some of my art, some of my this, some of my that, whatever. So I was like, okay, sure, why not? And she picked the colors based off of kind of a Harry Styles reference a little bit, just paying homage to the cherry thing, and then put a cherry on her necklace and on the spine and was like, I just really thought I should, So that was all my cover artist. That was all her. It was her paying homage to something that she knew I loved, and that was a like part of my brand already. And then when book 2 came, she was like, let's go ahead and add a cherry to that one too. Why not? And I was like, you're right. Why not? Like, we might as well. We already did it in the first one. Everyone loved it. So now it's just the thing. And I will, when I hopefully get traditionally published with Cherry, hopefully that will continue into those books.
Which kind of leads me into my next thing. You mentioned something earlier and this is one of the first things I saw, of course, because you have it pinned.
I do.
On Instagram, is that you are a represented author.
Yes.
What the hell does that mean? So,
for a lot of people that don't know, like with anything in the publishing world, you can self-publish now. It's very I don't want to say it's easy to do because you have to do it the right way for it to be kind of an easy thing, but you can self-publish anything now. You don't have to have anyone help you. You can literally just go online and put it on Amazon and do whatever you want. That's what I did with my first 3 or my first both my series that I'm currently working on. I just did them myself. I did all the marketing. I did all the business stuff. I did everything on my own with the exception of having an editor and hiring my cover artist, as I said. And I published not through Amazon. I published through something else. But again, all my own. But doing that, you aren't necessarily guaranteed a spot in a bookstore. You're not guaranteed to even sell a single book. You have to do so much work to get to that level, if that makes sense, which I have been lucky enough to be inside bookstores, whether they're indie or a Barnes & Noble down the street. And it's because I put a lot of work into it. But with Cherry, when I decided I wanted to publish that, I was like, I think I want to try to go the traditional way, which when you go the traditional way, you get a lot of people that will, or the publishers that pick up your book basically will put you everywhere. You're going to be in every Barnes & Noble. You're going to be overseas. You're going to be whatever. You're going to be here, there, everywhere, depending on your book, like what kind of book you're putting out, whatever you're doing in that sense. So you have to get an agent to be picked up by a publisher. Getting an agent is very, very, very hard. so they can represent you and sell your book in that sense. So
And then-
I did do that.
And then I assume, like, with just comparing it to, like, the most common form of an agent that most people know is, like, a musician or,
like an actor.
An actor.
Yeah.
Like, if Robert Downey Jr. does the Avengers movie and he gets paid $50 million, his agent gets, like, $4 million or $5 million or whatever it is.
Right,
they get
they'll
a
get
chunk.
some of that as well. Yeah.
Same thing?
Yes, same thing. They'll get a portion of that, and the publishing company that they work for will get, obviously, cuts. Publishers will get cuts. People all get paid, including me.
What about the illustrator?
So also the same thing. They'll
Okay.
hire an illustrator. They'll hire somebody to do all of that on their dime,
But
to my knowledge, at least.
okay, but in the sense of, with, like, this situation, you found someone yourself.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily owe it to them.
So I pay them.
Sure, for their
outright,
work,
like
yeah.
for their work.
Yeah.
And most illustrators actually do have like a commercial pricing. Like they'll add that to whatever it is. So it's like, if you're using this for a book cover, I'm going to add an extra $100 or
Right.
$200 or whatever they want to add, or $50 or whatever. It
Yeah.
just depends. I have had, because I also commission fan art for my books. I've had people that I commission fan art for, and they'll like, hey, are you using this for t-shirts, or like, are you selling it as a sticker, or what are you doing with it? And I'm like, oh, I plan to sell it as a sticker. And they're like, okay, well, here I'm adding this onto it, kind of thing, commercial use. And my editor, I pay her as well, a flat rate, kind of whatever fee from the point that we start to the point that we end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Based
Cool.
off of word count, of course. But
So, like, I'm not going to say if, I'm just going to say when
right.
you skyrocket,
Thank God.
that illustrator doesn't necessarily,
To my knowledge, I don't think so.
like, if you sold 10 million copies next
Right.
year,
Mm-mm.
like, she or he wouldn't get,
I don't know.
unless
honestly.
you wanted to do something nice,
Right.
which you don't have to, but if you did, but it's not technically, like, something you have to do.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I couldn't tell you what like the actual side of everything is, like traditional side of
the
it.
legalities of it.
Like, yeah, I have no idea. But to my knowledge, I don't think so. I think they get paid what they get paid, and they move on and illustrate another book, and then they illustrated fan art or whatever.
I'm just mad jealous that you've done this and that you continue to do it, because I want to do this so bad.
You want to publish a book?
So bad.
Do it.
I want to so bad. I want to write a fictional story, but I
Okay.
also want to write some nonfiction too.
I have never dabbled in the nonfiction stuff except for in school, obviously. Fiction is so fun. It's so fun. And
Like, I have, not to make this all about me. I
Yes,
am a
it is,
pick-me
so.
bitch. I became very passionate about writing in high school also.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like every teenager, whenever I got my heart broken, like, I would go home and, like, write about it.
Yeah.
And I would write stories where I could see it, not like typing it up in, like, Google
Yeah.
Doc or whatever. Like, I would assign real people in real life a character's name,
Like a fake name.
a fake name,
right.
yeah. But I would write it and make it, like, I'd basically be writing about the people that I know,
Yeah,
but in fictional form or whatever.
as you should.
But they all the themes related to things that was going on in my horrible life when I had my
Right,
heart broken or whatever
right.
in high school,
when things were so hard.
when things were so tough. And I did that a lot, and I have always just thought, like, man, I'd love to write something, and maybe I'd love to write a screenplay or a script. I almost wrote this script in college because I was really, really good friends with a dude who was black. And I don't know why I hesitated. He is black. I almost said was. He is still black. But we wanted to write a sitcom about two college kids living together, one from the US, one from Nigeria.
Okay.
And they both went to school in, like, the UK.
Right.
So, like, having a white dude and a black dude who don't know each other, who
Right.
don't know each other's cultures or histories or anything, rooming together and, like, just figuring out what that was like.
Right.
And it was going to be like a comedy, like a sitcom, but we always thought about writing it, but we never did.
See, screenplays are so scary to me because, like, they're so much shorter. That's so terrifying. Everyone's always like, what are you going to do when your show gets turned into a movie?
Yeah.
Or, like, when your book gets turned into a movie or your book gets turned into a TV show. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a menace in the
Yeah.
writing rooms.
Yeah.
And you guys heard it here first.
TV show, please.
TV shows.
Please.
I,
TV show.
I
Not
will-
the movie.
I am hoping for a TV show. Yeah. I
Because
hope one day.
say what you want about the series and about the author. I'm excited for the Harry
I'm
Potter.
Nervous for it. I'm not going to lie. But it's because, like, the original was so like everyone's so like it's so near and
Nostalgic,
dear to
yeah.
everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also this could be the same thing for that. I do think that it's a little too soon. I don't think that there should be remakes happening until like a little bit more down the road, probably, personally.
Yeah. This podcast is proudly sponsored by Cartersville Living, powered by Best Version Media. Their magazine is a go-to source for uplifting local content, expert insights, community events, and more. They're bringing people together every month with compelling stories and informative articles from around town. Each new edition of Cartersville Living brings us closer to our vision of uniting the community, one person, one home, and one business at a time.
Because it's not like it was like a failed movie series.
Yeah, it was one of the most successful of all time. Still is.
Yes. So that's why I'm like, it'd be different if it was like Percy Jackson or something like that, where like the original Percy Jackson movies did horribly.
Yeah.
So now they're making a TV show. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they did.
They did. Or
they are.
Yeah, they are currently.
I've never seen it.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that. So why are we doing that? You know what I mean?
Which stinks too, because I've heard the new show is so good.
I haven't. But I was never a Percy Jackson kid.
Neither was I.
Sorry, guys.
Neither was I. Why haven't we made? What's the Magic Treehouse? Why hasn't there been anything on that?
So mine was 39 Clues. I don't know if you were a 39 Clues kid.
I don't even know what that is.
Not. Oh my God.
I was a big Captain Underpants kid, though.
I was no offense.
Yeah, I give that.
Checks out.
Yeah. I was a big Captain Underpants, Geronimo Stilton.
Okay.
You ever heard of those?
Nope.
They are so fucking hilarious.
I was a Warrior Cat kid.
I don't even know.
Oh my God.
We were in two different worlds, girlfriend. Two different worlds. Two different worlds.
Listen, all the girlies that are listening are going to be like, oh, she's a Warrior Cat girl. We're going to be friends.
All the homies will be like, Geronimo Stilton, let's fucking go.
And all the girls are going to be like, I know the kind of bitch she was.
They're like, good thing that dude's married, because otherwise. So this is Geronimo Stilton right here.
I still don't know what that is.
He is Geronimo.
Right.
And he is a kind of think like Indiana Jones, like professor.
But
also is an adventurer. But also
animal.
A fox.
Okay.
And he's stone cold.
Sounds really super awesome.
It was so rad.
I was also a Spiderwick girl.
Did those.
Because he knows something.
That was the weirdest shit that I got into.
I loved Spiderwick.
That was the weirdest shit.
Spiderwick and 39 Clues were like my two like kid things. 39 Clues was so good.
Big Junie B. Jones guy.
I was not a Junie B. Jones girl. I did like Judy
I heard
Blume
they don't age
in general.
well.
I don't know, because I never read it when I was a kid, so I have no idea what it's like now.
Yeah. I wanted to do this so bad, and I'm probably going to get home tonight, and my wife's going to be like, how was it? I'll be like, I'm writing a book. Leave me alone.
I'm writing a book. I have to.
I've started and stopped like 6 times.
So
how do you stick with it?
The best piece of advice that I can ever give to anybody ever in your life is you can't make it perfect unless you actually write it, because it can't be anything unless it's actually written down, because that's the best part about it. Your story, you can write it and then leave it for like 10 years and then go back to it and then fix it as much as you want. You can change anything. No one else is going to read it until you want them to. It's your book until you want someone to read it. So it's like, you can start and stop all you want and be like, oh, this is horrible. No one else knows that it's horrible. No one's going to know that it's horrible until you finish it. And then you can go back to the start and fix it, if that makes sense. I always tell, because people DM me all the time and try to like ask me about that kind of stuff. I don't really get bad writer's block, because I feel like the characters I write are like people I know in my head, which might make me insane and crazy and schizophrenic. I don't know. But they're real people to me, and they have real personalities, and I know what they would go. Like, if I'll be shopping in the mall and be like, oh, Leah Ashley would wear this. Leah Ashley's not real, babe. Like, Leah Ashley's not a real person. She doesn't exist. Leah Ashley's not going to wear that because she's not real. But that's how I kind of get into my stories in that sense, where I'm like, these are real people and I have to tell their story because I know them and they can't tell it. They can't tell it. I have to tell it. So that's kind of how I get into it in that sense, where it's like, I don't want to stop talking about it, because if I do stop talking about it, nobody will ever hear anything that I have to say. And I also saw a quote once, and it was like, somebody out there needs to read what you have to write. Like, one person, even if it's only one person, they have to. You know what I mean?
I do.
So
I do feel that.
Which I write these silly little stories, and they're not silly. They're very important to me. But I write these silly little stories, and people comment and DM me and message me, and they're like, your book helped me get out of an abusive relationship, or your book inspired me to write my own book, or you know, I got a tattoo inspired by your book. And I'm like, that's like, my words mean something to people.
Yeah.
Even if it's only one person. It's
Isn't
crazy.
that incredible though?
It's weird and it's crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But it's always so like, what the?
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
Especially because we live in a world where you probably could say like, I don't know your life at all, but like people often are just like, oh my God, you know, Harry's music like changed my life. Or like, I listened to Post Malone and I decided to get my life. You know, people say all kinds of things.
Right.
And so we think about those examples, those extreme examples. But then when it happens to you, you're like, you have like the imposter syndrome of like, holy shit, I don't belong.
Syndrome all the time. I'm like the biggest culprit of imposter syndrome. But I think the weirdest, like the best part about it is that it's like, I know what it's like to have those people for me, like people that I look up to, people that I care about, people that I want to be like one day. So the fact that people have that, like have had that experience with me is the best thing to me. Like it's the sweetest, most amazing thing to me. And I will never, but I also like, I will fangirl with my readers. Like I will sit there, people will DM me and be like, I just got to the part where he holds her hand for the first time or something. And I'll be like, oh my God, like isn't blah, 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 blah. And I'll DM them back and like fangirl with them like I'm their friend.
Yeah.
And because I am their friend, like I try to make that relationship with my readers in that way, because it's like, I never want people to be nervous to come up to me in public, or never be nervous to like come up to my table or like at a signing or ask me a question whenever I'm doing a Q&A or whatever. I never want people to be scared to do that. So I always try my hardest to like keep myself as true to Emma as I can on social media. And you can ask my friends. I do have them. They always say, they're like, you know what I mean? Like she actually is the same way on Instagram as she is in real life. She's the same way, I promise.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
a little bit meaner, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I want to ask you too now about, with that said about like being connected to the readers, how do you balance their expectations?
I don't listen to their expectations.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, we all hear the horror stories of like, you know, I'm not a big reader, so I can't speak to books, but you hear about like Game of Thrones.
Right.
Like people were obsessed with the show and then they butchered the ending.
Yeah.
And people are like, fuck this show, it's not worth it. And I'm over here like, bro, we got 9 years of great television.
Literally. You know what I mean?
And like the last episode didn't satisfy you. Like boo-hoo.
So get over yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, how do you deal with that? Or have you faced that?
I have. So I love to say, at least at the end of the day with romance novels, the best part about it is that they're romance novels. Like they're happily ever afters. They're always, at least for me, I'm always going to write something happy in the end, at the end. Like I will fix what I break, because I do break a lot of stuff when I write. I break things and I hurt people. I will hurt your feelings. I might make you cry, but I will fix it. Like I promise you, I will wipe your tears away myself. I'll pat them dry. I'll redo your makeup. I'll fix you up and I'll push you out the door on the way out, whatever. I will say, like with Cherry, for example, I was posting while I was writing it. And like, I would post on TikTok and be like, new chapter out, guys, like get at it kind of thing. And people would flock to my TikTok or flock to my Wattpad and go read the chapters as I was updating them. And the coolest part about Wattpad, you don't know this, so I can tell you, there's a comment section and you can comment on like any piece of the story. So like if I write one sentence here and then it's a new paragraph, then people can comment on just that one sentence.
They can like highlight it and like comment on it.
And it's a public comment. So everyone can see it. It's not just me. Everyone can see it and they can comment back to each other. It's like a little chat almost, like a live chat.
That's dope.
And it's really cool. And it was honestly such a great way for me to get feedback from readers as they were reading. And when I wrote Cherry, I originally had a specific plot line and knew how I wanted to end it. And then as it was going, I was like, this is not the ending at all. And it changed my brain. And I posted and I was like, what if I made the ending to Cherry kind of sad? And everyone was like, don't you fucking dare, you bitch. And I didn't listen to them and I did what I wanted. And it was a very bittersweet ending. And I know people are going to expect and hope for some things to change. And I'm not going to give that information up just yet. But when I originally did that ending, it was the true ending to me. It was where my heart and soul lied. And I waited and broke their hearts a little bit for the last chapter. It was the very last chapter of the book, and it broke their hearts. And they were so upset with me for years. Still to this day, probably some of them are upset with me. And that's okay. I don't like, you know what I mean? Because now they know what to expect from me. And so there is that. But
you should totally hit them with like an event. I don't know if you are a big like superhero movie or anything person, but you should hit them with a damn or a Infinity War ending where it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening, and then it ends,
and then you're like,
there's no way that this is the end, and then roll credits.
That was exactly what it was. That was what Cherry was. It was very much so like the end chapter. Everyone was like, there's no fucking way, and I was like, that's it. Yeah. Then about 2 weeks later, I posted an epilogue because there is always an epilogue. In all my books. So when I posted that, everyone was like, whew, thank God. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean?
What about the pressure, not only from readers on like delivering a good story, but also the pressure of like you put out a book and people are probably like, when's the next one? And you're just like, guys, I just launched this.
That is really crazy because it really hit me the first time I published my book, like the first book that I published, The List of Things. When that came out, I was so excited and people were commenting and they're like, finish it in 10 hours. And I'm like, I just spent like a year and a half of my life putting this book out and you guys just finished it in 10 hours. Well, time to get started again. That really kind of, it wasn't pressure. It didn't feel like pressure to me. It was more so like inspiring in a way where it made me want to keep writing. So now I have a really great system where while I'm writing one book, I'm editing the other, like the one that's about to come out. So right now I'm currently editing book 2 in the Playing the Part series. It's already fully written. It's just being edited. My beta readers just gave me their feedback. So I get to read through all of that and kind of put some of that insight into the book now. And they were reading it as my beta readers had book 2. I was writing book 3. And when I was editing the first one, The Center of Attention, I was writing book 2 in the series. So, which I don't know why I'm calling it book 2. It's called The Summer Goal. That's already common knowledge, and it's coming out August 11th. So yeah.
Look at that. Do you feel like you got in at a good? When did this one come out?
The Center of Attention.
Center of Attention.
It came out February 10th. I was about to say 14th. I had a release party on the 14th. It came out February 10th.
Of
this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2025. Yeah.
So you got in at a great time when there was a hit TV show about a hockey romance.
Yes. And now there's another hit TV show.
I know, right? My wife was watching it last night.
Love Off Campus. Off Campus is actually what inspired my first series fully. when I had decided to write a sports romance, that was what inspired me to write my sports romance.
I was like, this is going to sound horrible, but I think I literally was like, another gay hockey show? She was like, yeah, it's another
hockey show. It's not gay this time.
She's not gay this time. That's what she said. She's like, it's not gay this time, but yes, another hockey show. And I was like, interesting. And now here you are
with a hockey romance
book.
Yeah. I love Heated Revelry. Would like to go ahead and clarify that.
Yeah.
Love Heated Revelry. Love Off Campus.
I've heard amazing things. I haven't seen it myself.
I am also like an actual hockey fan. I do love the sport. It is one of the only sports I actually care about. I do like football. Don't get me wrong. Don't crucify me, guys. I live in the South. I know I have to like football, but I don't love college football because I didn't grow up watching college football. I grew up watching NFL. I never really cared about college football until I met my husband, and his family loves UGA. So I have started watching getting into it a little bit more, whatever.
Yeah.
But hockey-wise, I've been a hockey fan my whole life, like with my dad, with my family. Like he loved hockey. I have pictures of me going to Thrashers games, all the things. And then we lost our team. I fell out of it and then got back into it, obviously, when I decided to write a hockey romance. So I did get in at a very good time to put this book out there and kind of like test the waters. But everyone is so into hockey right now. So it's really just great for me.
It's great for the brand.
I've made all my friends like hockey now too. I forced all of them. I'm like, you guys have to come to games with me. So
when I need to go to a game. I have not been to one since it's been back.
Game. Yeah, you have to. The Gladiators have been here for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I don't know much about their start like as a team because I didn't really start going until a few years back. But I am like their biggest fan in the entire history of the world. I love the team. I love every part of that team. Every single person that has anything to do with it. I love them. Heart goes out to you.
I love a hockey game. I went to high school up in Virginia, and we had a high school team, and they were like reigning champs for all 4 years, and it was like nuts. And the hockey games were so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's like, oh, where'd you grow up if you love hockey? I'm like, here.
Yeah. But we were big Capitals fans back when we were up there.
That's
so who will you root for on a like an NHL.
NHL wise, so again, I just love the sport. I really do. And I love to watch a game no matter what. Like right now, the Stanley Cup, my team is not in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but I'm going for the Avs right now in the Stanley Cup. So go Avs. Hopefully they win. This is going to come out way later. So if they don't win, don't crucify me. Thank you. But my sister lives out there in Colorado. So that's why I'm like, go Avs. Why not? I got back into hockey right around when they had just expanded to 32 teams. And so I jumped right on the Seattle Kraken train because they were the newest team at the time. And I was like, why not? There's no lore. There's nothing I need to learn about the team except who owns it, who's doing it right now, where it is, what the logo is, who the mascot is. That's all I need to know. And then I'll learn about the players as I go. So I became a Seattle fan. And now I made all my friends Seattle fans, which is really unfortunate because they are across the country. But I can go to Nashville and watch games. And Seattle plays Nashville. It's great. Exactly.
Love me some Nashville.
Me too.
Bachelor party was in Nashville. I love Nashville.
My 25th birthday was in Nashville, and we went to go see a Seattle Kraken game for my birthday, actually.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It was great. It was fantastic.
That's amazing. One thing I worry about with me writing is I feel like since I've consumed so much media, like music and TV shows and video games and movies, everything, I worry that I often would take something from something that already exists. Without knowing for sure, or sometimes with knowing, like writing something, I'll be like, oh God, I saw that in a superhero movie. I got to take that out.
Right.
Do you ever worry about that?
So I think one of the best things that I've learned writing, no matter what, at the end of the day, even if 100 authors were given, or musicians, or whatever, or actors, or anything like that, were given the same prompt, you're going to write something different. You're going to write something completely different. My voice is different than their voice, and their voice is different than his voice, or whatever. So like me and you could literally write, we could be given the same prompt and we're going to write something completely different every time. It's going to have some of the same, like maybe themes or quality to it in a way, but it's not going to be exact. So I think at the end of the day, taking inspiration is the only way to, and obviously inspire yourself. Duh. That was stupid. But you know what I mean? Like, you're going to inspire yourself by watching things you love or by writing what you love. That's why I write romance novels, because I read romance novels. It's what I enjoy. But there's definitely, there is a fine line of like plagiarizing, but I don't know. I think it also just depends. So a great example, I love Twilight. Everyone loves Twilight. Twilight's Twilight.
Love Twilight.
Whatever. I read the books once. Way, way long ago. And in Cherry, there is a quote. It's, "What's your favorite color today?" He asks her what her favorite color is, and she is like, I don't know, like, I don't want to really pick a favorite color. Like, I love all of them. Maybe it changes. I don't know. Tomorrow when I wear a blue shirt, it could be blue. And he's like, okay, well, I'll make sure to remember to ask you that. And then he goes, so what's your favorite color today? Like, what is your favorite color right now? And she tells him. And then that becomes like a theme throughout the book where he asks her, like, what's your favorite color today? And it's kind of like an insight on emotion, and like it tells him how she's feeling and like what's going on, and just in general. Someone commented and they're like, this is in Twilight. And I was like, what? And then I went back and looked, and there is a part in Twilight, and it's literally one tiny thing in the first book, never mentioned again. And he asks her what her favorite color is, and she was like, I don't know, like, I don't know. And he's like, okay, well, what's your favorite color right now and today? And he asks her that one time again, and it's not the same thing at all.
Yeah.
It's not used the same. It's a different writing like device in a way that I use, like as I use it. So in the new version, I do reference Twilight where I'm like, as she goes like, okay, Edward Cullen, like jokes about it because it's used completely differently. But like when you pick up on those things, sometimes you do have to kind of like shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's what editors are for.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this is literally an exact scene from Hunger Games. And you're like, oh, that's what that scene was from. I thought it was original.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope, I was just thinking about the Hunger Games or something like that. I don't know. Which it does happen. It does happen quite often. I've done it where I even will refer back to previous books. Like I'll kind of like have an emotion or like a scene that's kind of resemblant, like it resembles each other in a way. But the characters are different. So you would think like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then my editor's like, this feels too much like book 2. And I'm like, oh, you're so right. Actually, now that I'm rereading it, you're so right.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back. So
I forgot to ask you this earlier when we were talking
good.
about Wattpad, but I still feel like I'm saying it wrong, but I said
You're
it right
not.
that time.
Wattpad.
Wattpad. Sweet. Sick. Was it tough to transition from writing stuff online on this platform to a book?
Yeah, it really was. And this might be different for everybody, obviously, but for me, not having the immediate feedback every time I wrote a chapter was really tough. I hated it. I hated every second of it. I wanted someone to read my book right away. When I first started writing the list of things, I was like, why? Like, why? Why can't I get past this? Why can't I move past this like little hump in the road? And obviously I did. Not only that, I actually wrote a first draft of the list of things. It was called something completely different. I don't even remember the name of it. I still have it. Different plot line, everything, but I written something completely different. And that was back in 2021 because people were like, oh, you should write a book. And I was like, okay, whatever. Tried, hated it. I was like, this is not for me. I have to write fan fiction. And then finally, once again, obviously, 2022 came and I moved past it. But it was very, very tough. I hated it. I hated every second of it. And now I can't imagine posting a chapter and being like, hey guys, tell me your honest feedback.
Yeah.
The first draft of this chapter.
Right.
The first draft, girl, I changed the first chapter. I'll change it like 1,000 times before it's right. After I like write the whole book, I'll go back and change the first chapter 1,000 times. I do write the whole book before I go back and edit, though. I am that person. I don't know if that makes me crazy or not, but
no, I don't think so.
Living life on the edge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, living like Larry.
Exactly.
Love that. Yeah.
I did get the reference, I promise.
Thank you.
My husband's a huge SpongeBob guy.
Let's go. Shouts to Levi.
Shouts to Levi for real.
I don't know if you told me his name at one point, but I looked him up. Musician.
He is musician, yes. His music's actually in most of my books.
Really?
Yeah, he's also helping me write original music for Cherry as well. A little collab on there.
Little collab situation?
Exactly. The whole playlist is going to be Levi Ransom music, so.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a local artist. He plays everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, he has a new album coming out in August too, actually.
Really? Big August this year.
Big August this year for both of us, for real.
Hell yeah, we love that. So now let's let's tease a little bit.
Okay. Right.
So you've got part 2 or book two
in my second series.
In the second series. What can people be like excited about? Like what can they expect?
So
kind of tease it for us.
The summer goal is about, if you read book 1, well, first of all, series themselves are interconnected standalones. You can read them in any order. You can read them however you want. If you want to start with book 2 because it sounds more like your vibe, you can start with book 2. If you want to go back to the very first book I ever wrote and start there, they do interconnect. So that would be fine too. Whatever you want to do, it's your journey, your choice. But with book 2 in the series, it follows Roman, who is the goalie on the team, and his best friend. Yes, it's a friends to lovers, which is so fun. Doesn't that sound so fun?
I love friends to lovers.
Really, wait, really? Are you being sarcastic or do you actually?
Well, that's every boy's like dream is like the girl
dating your best friend.
Yeah,
right.
Dating your best friend. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So friends to lovers trope, love it. She's been best friends with him since she literally was 5 years old. So they've been best friends forever. And they fall in love. Because they go on a summer vacation together, which this was a very different sports romance because there is sports involved. It's during the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's where the book starts. And then after the Stanley Cup, they go on a vacation together in the off season. So there's not a lot of hockey in this one because obviously it's during the off season. So it's a Euro vacation vibe, obviously summer vibe, obviously best friend vibe. So he's also best friends with her brother. So they're like a trio of friends. And they do there's a little bit of a secret there. So,
ooh,
not a full secret. It's like a half secret.
Ooh.
Have to read the book to know what that means, but
you will have to read it.
You will. But it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff.
That is really exciting.
All of my friends, because I have a handful of friends that do read it before, even sometimes my editor reads it. It just depends, like how the timing of it is. And they've all told me like this one feels a lot different than the other books I've written just because, I don't know. It feels a lot more adult in a way,
Yeah.
Traveling to different countries and doing different things. And,
yeah. That's really cool.
It's great. So I had a great time writing it.
Yeah. This is fun. Look at this. This is fun. I'm looking at the post you made.
Oh, perfect. Great. Yeah.
This is fun.
the character art and all the things.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about something every business owner needs, and honestly, a lot of people are sleeping on. If you've ever wanted custom hats, shirts, tumblers, laser engraved merch, corporate gifts, anything with your logo on it, you need to check out Branded and Devoted Designs. These folks are right here in North Georgia, and they specialize in making your brand look sharp. We're talking leather patch hats, custom apparel, branded merchandises for businesses, teams, events, you name it. And here's what I love about them. Send your logo and they handle the rest. Same day quote, turnaround during business hours, and bulk pricing is available as well. And if you tell them that Logan from Your Morning Drive sent you, you'll get 10% off your order. So whether you're outfitting your team or building out your company swag, these are your people. I've also used them for years and they do good work, and they're again a local business, so why not support them? Check them out at brandedanddevoted.designs.com. Tell them Logan sent you, get 10% off your order at brandedanddevoted.designs.com. Now back to the show.
In my new book, we have a little bit of OCD representation and anxiety disorder representation, where she's undiagnosed, and it's a whole part of the plot where she doesn't know that she has this and she's living with it, and it's her inner monologue. It's like she's going through all of this, and everyone around her kind of can tell there's something that she's dealing with that they don't know how to deal with, because she doesn't even know what's wrong. And so, yeah,
do you
big part of it.
Do you, and I think I know you do because I picked up the second book it was, and I think I was reading from a male's perspective.
Yes.
So you do flip between a male and a female's perspective?
Yes. So the first book, the list of things, is just one point of view.
Okay.
All of my other books after that are dual point of view with male and female perspective, which is tough.
I was just going to ask, does this might sound dumb, but do you ever find it difficult to write from a male's perspective?
I do, to a degree. It is a thing at the end of the day. Men written by women is a thing. It's like, oh, really? Well, he's a man written by a woman, so it's fine. Like, girls want that vibe, if that makes sense. So I will say I have had guys come up to me and be like, guys don't do that. And I'm like, that's fine. They don't
guys
have to.
Don't think that.
Yeah. They do that in my book.
Yeah.
This is this is Barbie's dream house. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I live here. And that's what they do in my dream house. So I will say there are certain things that probably wouldn't connect in a guy's head. And I've been told they don't. Like the way that guys interact with their friends or like talk about their feelings or whatever. But also it's like, it's a book and it's a romance novel. So obviously them talking about their feelings has to happen, or else everyone's going to hate me and my book. So, you make it work.
You do. You do. I feel you. If someone approached you and said, hey, I want to turn the list of things into a TV show.
Okay.
And they're like, we're narrowing it down to 3 actresses to play your main character. Who do you think those 3 actresses would be?
So in my head writing it, I imagine someone that's not actually technically an actress, which is not helpful at all. I imagine Madison Beer, which she's
hot.
Yeah, she's definitely hot.
Yeah,
duh.
Yeah, you can't cast an Uggo.
Right. I mean, she's perfect. That's literally the whole point, is that one of the main things is that she is hot. Everyone's like, oh, we want her. But she's like, absolutely not. I hate all of you. Like, she's very...
In the book, it's known that she's very hot.
Yes. And she's very black cat. Like, I hate all of you guys. It's not a insecure, like, there's not any of that trope in there, in the sense of her being like, I'm just a shy little girl. Like, there's none of that. She's very sure of herself, very confident, very independent.
She's a badass bitch.
Yes, she's very that. And she knows who she is from the start. Obviously, she doesn't actually know who she is because she has to, develop and be a character in a book. Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But she does keep a pretty steady foundation of who she is throughout the book. So Madison Beer was originally who I thought. There's a new actress that I'm obsessed with right now from off campus that I would absolutely love to be in my book. It wouldn't happen, but I would love it. And that's Mika Abdullah. It's the girl that plays Allie in Off Campus. And I'm obsessed with her right now. And I think she'd be a great Cameron, but I don't know if that's going to happen,
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Fingers crossed.
This is a fun one. Have you learned anything about yourself, like, while writing about these fictional fake people.
Yeah.
Have you ever like finished an arc or something and thought like, whoa, and like kind of changed your life in a way?
Yeah, I mean, researching and doing the things that I do to research my books, I'll be like researching OCD or anything like that. And I'm like, what the heck? Do I live with this kind of stuff too? Like, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? And I mean, at the end of the day, each of my characters does have a little part of me in them, even if I would never do the things that they do. So I do think that it's really, I don't know. It's really cool getting to like write through their point of view because it's my point of view at the end of the day. And it does make me fall in love with it. It has made me fall in love with the sports scene, like the scene so much more. Like go out to games, actually enjoy them, sit there, do this, that, and the other, meet people, and talk to the team themselves, talk to the people that run the team. I've gotten so much closer to the sports space because of my books. So I can learn more about the sport itself from the behind the scenes point of view in that sense. And it's made me learn a lot more about who I am because I used to be like, I hate sports. Like, I'm not a sports person because I never thought I had a space in the sports world. And now here we are. And I do have a space there. And it's super cool and super exciting. So that is one of the main things I've learned. I am a sports girl, even if I can't play them. So
That's fun. That's fun. In a day and age that we are in now, where anyone could whip up a song, a script, an idea with AI, how do you convince people that well, you know what? I just thought of a better question. Fuck the AI question.
God. Okay.
In a very competitive market with romance and books and SMUT and all of these things, how do you differentiate yourself to the point where you can convince someone to spend $20 on your book?
I think the easiest way to do it for me is making sure people know who I am as an author. Because when you get to know me, or whenever I'm sitting at an author table, when there's 100 authors around me and they all write sports romance or just romance or whatever in general, if they're all sitting around me selling the same thing, doing the same thing, then how do you do that? I yap nonstop. I talk all the time. I try to make sure that my characters feel as real to them as they do to me by the way I talk about them and who I am as a person. I try to make sure my Instagram doesn't just stick to, and this is just a personal thing, I have a lot of friends and people that don't do this with their Instagram and they're just as successful. So this is just me. But I like to make sure people know that I'm out doing things. I'm here doing a podcast today, posted on Instagram already. We'll post when I'm going to a concert or when I'm in the car and I'm like, ugh, I had to talk about that. The other day, I went on a TikTok rant about a comment someone left. And I was like, listen here. And I like went on a whole rant. I was so pissed. And go ahead and pull it up. Like I could even tell you what it's about, like for sure.
You're about to get followed.
But I like to make sure people know who I am as a person so that they follow me and they're like, oh, great. I love this person. I love her as a person. So let me follow her and figure out what her life is. And then whatever. So I do that as well. When it comes to my writing specifically, though, I try to make my writing feel as personal as I can, in the sense of like, I want you to be reading it and think and be like, this, she's inside my head. Like, I want it to feel that way. So I feel like when I do that or try to do that, it hopefully translates and makes people want to continue to read my books and be like, oh, I see myself in all these characters and all these people and all these things. Maybe. I don't know. I hope.
Besides being mean.
Right.
What would you say your biggest critics say about you?
They say that I am a shallow idiot. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I try not to listen to anything mean people say about me because at the end of the day, art is subjective and what I do is subjective. The things that I write, I enjoy. I would read my book. It's something that I would consume as a reader of sports romance or romance in general. So readers have their space and they have a place where they are allowed to comment on me as a person, as an author, as a artist in a way. And I never want to infiltrate that space because it's not mine at the end of the day. They're allowed to hate my book. They're allowed to hate me. They're allowed to read my book and be like, this is the worst character I've ever read in my entire life and I hate it. Does it suck when people do that? Yeah. But like at the end of the day, they're allowed to do that and I don't care. So I really don't. The only thing that pisses me off is if and when, and I am looking at, no, I'm going to say it. The men in my comment section and in my DMs that call me a puck bunny, I will find you. I will
Hawk bunny?
A puck bunny?
Puck bunny.
P-U-C-K puck.
Like hockey puck.
Hockey
okay.
Puck.
What's a puck bunny?
You don't even know what a puck bunny is?
No.
This guy.
I'm old.
You're literally 4 years older than me. Calm down. A puck bunny is, or like a jersey chaser. Have you ever heard of that? Cleat chasers? No, nothing.
Is it like
it's a derogatory name for a girl that wants to sleep with a sports person, like someone from that sport. So a puck bunny is someone that goes to hockey games that doesn't know anything about hockey, that doesn't care anything about hockey.
Because she just wants to bang one of the players.
Because she thinks hockey players are hot, which is fair. Honestly, if girls want to do that, they're allowed to.
A lot of hockey players are fine.
Like they are, you know what I mean? Same thing with baseball, same thing with football. They are all kind of hot. Sometimes I'm like, is it a requirement to be sexy to be on this team? Because you guys are all hot. But I'm also married to a musician, not a hockey player, for a reason. If I wanted to bag a hockey player, I would. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to enjoy a sport just because I like the sport at the end of the day. And I'm very, very involved with the gladiators, with going to games, with their social media people, with their announcer. I love the president of the team. I love the ticket people. I love the merch people. I love everyone that I've met that works with their gladiators, whether it's a bartender, whether it's the person that scans my ticket when I walk in the door. I don't care who it is. I love all of them. And it's a community there. Don't know any of the players personally. I know some of the people that know them, but I don't want to know any of them personally. It's like a show. I'm watching it's like I'm watching a Broadway play when I'm there. I am watching the arena is set, the stage is set, it's great. And people have the audacity to comment when I've spent time, effort, money on going to these games and like being a fan of this team, whether it's even like custom merch pieces that I've handmade. People are like, what a puck bunny. Me? Of all people. That's what you're going to say about me is insane. So I literally got a comment the other day about
puck bunny.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So that was what my rant was about on my TikTok, if anyone was wondering. But that's the only hate comment. If I get that, I'm coming to your house. I'll find you. Like, I will literally find you. Threat, derogatory. I mean it.
Yeah.
I'm on the way, actually. Right now.
Yeah. Gonna beat your ass.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I might not look like I could beat your ass, but I will.
I think you could beat some ass.
I'll find a way. I'll run you over. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
You look like you'd fight dirty.
I would.
Like,
I'll pull your hair. I'll kick you. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And who said that?
Not her.
I'm not going to kill anyone.
Yeah. Maybe. Puck bunny. That's fun. You're teaching me all kinds of new things. I feel like I'm talking with my sister.
Oh my God, period.
Just like learning all kinds of like new shit.
Perfect.
Like I just learned this. My wife teaches 7-year-olds and they do this.
Yeah, it's a thing.
And now I do it all the fucking time.
Me too.
Anytime someone says something so true, I'm like,
you know what I mean?
And people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, go ask any 7-year-old and you'll figure it out.
Exactly.
But also people not 7 do it.
I do it all the time.
I do it now. It's fun.
Yeah, I literally taught my manager Slay, and now he says it all the time.
Slay.
He says it all the time.
You could definitely overdo Slay.
I don't think that's the thing. I think that Slay can never be overdone.
Okay.
Slay is a word.
How many times have you used Slay in one of your books?
Never. But actually, I have never used Slay in my
Confident
book.
you've never said Slay in a book?
Unless I'm like, no, I don't think I have. I'm almost 100%. I'm like 99.9% sure I've never.
Sneak it into the next one. Just because I said this.
I might just because of you. And then you'll be like, oh, Logan will be like, oh, guys.
Well, I won't because your books aren't made for me.
They could be. They're made for anyone that wants to read a romance.
Smut.
It's not all smut.
And for the people at home, if they're still here, if they probably turn it off because they hate me. They're here for you. They hate me.
They're not. I don't know.
They hate me.
They're probably like, oh, this girl never shuts up.
No, they're like, this guy is the worst. Smut. Define smut.
Smut is sex in a book in written form. I think there's different levels. So there's different spice/smut levels in a book. And a lot of people love to be like, oh, your book is like straight up smut. And I'm like, it's not. There's a difference. They're like, oh, like 50 Shades of Grey. And I'm like, no, that's erotica. There's erotica and then there's smutty romance. There's a difference. There's a difference. I will stand on this soapbox as long as I can. There is a very big difference between, and there's nothing wrong with erotica. I've read it, and I still do. But if you're like a dark romance person, if you're like an erotica person, like if that's your vibe, my books are like child's play compared to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my books are nothing like that, if that makes sense. Don't even right now. No, I'm so scared. Please don't.
I'm going towards the end this time.
Don't even. There's probably a sex scene. Don't do it. Don't do it to him. See?
I'm not going to
Don't
read
it out loud.
I won't read it.
Don't even. Even if you want.
There's a nice breeze today.
I'm gonna hold on to this one so he doesn't get to look into it after. So there is a dictionary in this.
Nuh-uh.
That tells you where the smut is.
No way.
Yeah, it's so my grandma can skip past it.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm serious.
That's so funny.
But that one doesn't really have one because there's only like a handful of chapters that have actual smut in it. So, and I'm not giving this back to you because I don't want you to flip to a page.
I see a giraffe with a cowboy hat.
Oh, that's a giraffe with a cowboy hat.
You're
not in a smut chapter.
Do you know?
They're sitting there watching clouds right now.
I love that you know
I do.
where I'm at.
I know exactly where you're at.
Like a movie.
One of their last dates. I can tell you that.
All right, let's change.
If it's smut, I'm so sorry.
Because it makes me so fucking mad, Cameron.
They're about to have sex. Yeah, they're in a bathroom.
His crystalline eyes lock on me.
They did.
Show crystalline to a 17-year-old, see if he could pronounce it.
Probably not.
This is fun, dude. I love this. This is so cool.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
were definitely in a bathroom in that scene. The party that he threw for her.
That's fucking awesome. Griff?
All the things.
You have a Griff in here?
Griffin, yeah, that's his name.
It's my brother's name.
He is a side character. He does not have a full plot to himself.
Do the songs in the chapters, that song's theme is throughout that chapter?
Yeah, so a lot of my readers from Wattpad, this kind of carried over from that, in all honesty, because with Wattpad, you can add music to a chapter and people can play it throughout. Or you can add it at a specific point in the chapter if you want people to like listen to it or whatever. And that was a big thing in all of my Wattpad books. So I was like, I don't really see myself not doing that in Now's book, like my published books. Why wouldn't I? So the idea of it is, like when you hear the song All the Things She Said and you watched Heated Revelry, you're going to hear that song and immediately think of those characters. You know what I mean? So my thought process behind it is I want you to like read my book, listen to these songs, and then when you hear them later on, still think of my book. I want you to always be thinking of that. Also, I want it to feel like a movie when you're watching it, if that makes sense. So you already have a built-in soundtrack. If these things ever get turned into a book or a movie or a TV show or whatever like that, you know, I already have music that could be potentially added sooner or later, if that makes sense. There's a lot of Taylor Swift in that one because she is a Swiftie, so I'm sorry.
There's only one song on this list that is even remotely close to something I listen to, and that's
great.
Hot for Teacher.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. She uses a tutor, so that's why that song was put in there.
Glaringly lack of hip-hop and country music in these song titles.
There is, in my third book, there's a good bit of country. It fully depends on the music that the characters in my books listen to. I do stand by that fact. So there's a little bit of divorced dad rock in this playlist. And the reason in which it is...
I got your ass. No, I'm just going to look at the song titles. I promise.
No.
I promise.
Don't embarrass me.
This book is for the strong women in my life. I love you always. I love the trigger warnings.
There's trigger warnings in all my books as well. But he likes divorced dad rock. That is part of it.
Bad Chem, great song.
It's a great song.
Love Me, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
I'm a carpenter.
Yeah, that's Carpenter. Yeah, that's the name.
You, Daughtry, great choice.
Great choice. Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls also in there.
Yes, what a good choice.
I remember I saw someone, they were like, ugh, a love confession in the rain to this song, and that's exactly what it is. That's
Me, Myself, and I, Halsey and G-Eazy.
Not Halsey and G-Eazy.
Shouts to G-Eazy.
Sure. What that guy said.
I'm just kidding. Saturday Nights, Khalid, great.
Love him.
John Mayer, of course, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room.
Duh.
Train, Jesus.
Divorced dad, telling you.
And then the dictionary.
It's there. Don't even do it right now. Put it back.
I keep turning to pages that are nuts.
It's crazy, but yeah, it depends on the music that the characters listen to. Obviously, that is part of that process. But I create the playlists and I put them out there for people to read them, and it's always really fun too when I can tell if people have or haven't, because it's obviously the choice of the reader. Because they'll post a review or they'll tag me like, "Hey, I'm reading this book," and then they'll put a song from the playlist as like the song for the post or whatever. And I think it's so fun. I'm like, great. They listen to the playlist, because I do put a lot of hard work into my playlist.
Yeah.
It's like actually one of the first things I do when I'm plotting a book in my brain. I make a playlist.
I promise that I'm almost done.
That's okay.
Because I just thought of another fun thing I want to ask you.
Do it.
So in the whole SMUT world of things, my wife is either currently or recently finished a series where it's like goblins and shit.
Okay.
Would you ever write a book like that that's like fantasy?
I have a fantasy book in my brain.
Okay.
I do. And I've had a fantasy book in my brain since I was like 17. And the plot continually keeps changing. And I know I do stand by the fact that it can't be perfect if it's never written. Like you have to write it to get it perfect, and you have to write it to get it there. And I stand by that, but I haven't written it because fantasy is a very, very different level than the books that I write right now. Not that these are not challenging to write, not that they are not, substantial books, because they do have substance and like, they're heartfelt. They're gonna pull emotion from you. Fantasy, you have to create things that don't exist, if that makes sense. In this, hockey exists. Boy, girl, normal people exist. You know what I mean? Falling in love in this normal way exists. The jobs they have exist. This is already a thing. Creating every bit of that from scratch, I'm not saying it's not something I can do. I'm just saying it takes a little bit more than what I've been doing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And so I do want to one day. I don't necessarily see myself being locked down to one specific genre for the rest of my life. But I think I'm going to dip my toes into a more of like an elemental magic first. Because I do have a plot line for that as well. And I have talked to my new agent about it. So that could be a thing someday, guys. Because she really loves the idea that I have. But, yeah, like witches and magic and real life still. So like, you could walk down the street and run into these people. But they do have magic.
That's really cool.
So maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Right now we got to finish this series.
Yeah, we do. So, Emma, there comes a point in every chat I have with my guests where we just kind of got to know you on an author level, on a boomer level, on a restaurant level. But now I just want to get to know who Emma is. These are very first date questions.
Okay, that's okay.
Very simple, but I like to ask them to everybody just to remind everybody that we are all human.
I am.
No matter how big or small or how many followers or how little followers, we are all human.
Exactly.
So, Emma, what's your favorite movie?
Like of all time ever?
All time ever.
Like I want to say The Hunger Games. I want to say that. I think I'm going to say that. The Hunger Games.
Okay.
Maybe Tangled.
Have you seen the new Hunger Games? Like the spin-off one that came out last year or whatever? Prequel? Is it good?
It is.
Okay. I need to watch it.
I reread The Hunger Games every year and rewatch the movies like at least once every 2 weeks or every week. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with, The Hunger Games. Catching Fire specifically is my favorite out of all of them. So Catching Fire, if you really want a specific answer, but The Hunger Games. I
have not seen the new spinoff or the prequel, but I saw a trailer for the second prequel, and I was like, oh, it looks fucking fire. I need to watch the first one.
So good.
Okay.
You don't have to watch the first one to watch this one.
Really?
Yeah. The original trilogy is obviously book 1, 2, 3. Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay. Sorry. Book 1 of the spinoffs, like the prequel series, is about President Snow.
Yeah.
And it's about his life and him and how he changed and indoctrinated the Hunger Games as we see them today, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's what that's about. The second prequel book is about Haymitch and his Hunger Games. So Haymitch from like the ones we know, it goes back to his origins and his first time in the arena as a 16-year-old and like what that was like for him.
Whoa.
And it is one of the most devastating books I've ever read in my entire life. And I don't know how they're going to make this movie PG-13, truly and honestly, because Suzanne Collins, the author herself, has specifically said, like, I wrote this book in a different tone because my readers that are reading it now have grown up with these characters. So this book is a lot more adult than my others. It is amazing. and I cannot wait for that movie. I will be there immediately.
Immediately.
And midnight premiere, like at the theaters.
Let's go.
Banging on the door. Let me in.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Good answer. This is a fun one. You get to organize yourself a music festival.
Oh, God.
Who are your 3 headliners?
Harry Styles. Duh.
And the other 2 cannot be from One Direction.
I wouldn't do that. I
Okay.
wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
Low-key wanted to say One Direction in general. Like, keep them there. Harry Styles. Duh. I feel like that's a must. Paramore.
Okay.
Or Hayley Williams in general. Just
Yeah.
as long as she's there, really.
I'm shocked.
And Paramore specifically, though.
I'm shocked at that answer.
Paramore is probably my all-time favorite, like even above Harry Styles.
I'm definitely kidding. I definitely saw Paramore coming.
Oh, really? In
Yeah.
a like serious way, or like are you kidding?
I'm,
Oh, okay.
I'm dead
Oh,
ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll go with, to keep things like a little bit like whatever, Hosier.
Oh, okay.
I love him.
Okay.
So bad.
Good answer.
So those are my 3 for sure.
It's a great answer.
Thank you.
It's a great answer.
Thank you.
In no particular order, you're going out to eat. You and Levi are hitting a restaurant.
Right.
And let's just pretend we're at any given restaurant.
Okay.
You're looking at the appetizer menu.
Right.
What are 3 appetizers that you guys always gravitate towards?
Fried pickles immediately.
Okay.
Always getting a fried pickle. I'm a pretzels girly. I love a good pretzel, like beer cheese.
Let's fucking go.
Love that.
Nobody's ever given me that answer before, dude.
I love a pretzel.
I love
a
pretzels
pretzel.
so much.
Okay.
I had one 3 days ago.
He doesn't mind pretzels. It just depends. So, like, one of our go-tos, like, restaurant-wise, we go to Game Day a lot, which is in Woodstock.
Love Game Day.
I don't know if that's, like, a thing anywhere else, but we go to Game Day a lot. And their pretzels are
Fire.
top tier.
Fire.
And he loves those. So, like, that's a good one for sure. He's a dip guy. He loves a dip, like a buffalo chicken dip. Like something buffalo style, like he loves that. I would say I'm more of like a Southwest egg roll kind of girl.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I love like an egg roll.
Like egg roll girly.
I do. I love a little crab rangoon, you know?
What'd you call me?
Like, exactly.
I love a
what
pretzel.
To the goon?
If I go to a restaurant and there's a pretzel on the menu, it's getting
right.
it ordered.
And I do prefer like the pretzel bites or like pretzel sticks
Ooh.
over like an actual like giant pretzel.
Ooh.
But I will eat a giant pretzel. I will eat a pretzel no matter what.
That's a take.
So it is a hot take and I'm fine with it.
Last time I went to the movies,
no one really cares about pretzels like that.
I fucking love pretzels.
I love
to
a
the
pretzel.
death.
Not Regal.
AMC.
AMC's pretzel bites where you can add stuff to them. 10 out of 10.
Have you had AMC's steering wheel is what I like to call it?
Nope.
Because I ordered it and I was like, can I have the pretzel? And they're like, pretzel bites or the pretzel? And I was like, the pretzel. And the employee literally looked at me and was like, you know how big it is, right? And I was like,
Nope.
I'm fully aware. And he was like, it's the size of a steering wheel. And I was
As
like,
you should.
sounds good.
Perfect.
How much sauce do I get with that?
I love going to like those movies where like the movie theaters too, where you get food brought to you.
Ooh, okay.
Pretzels there. Great.
Yeah.
Always great. 10 out of 10.
Fire. Emma, there's a day that you have 0 responsibilities. No work, no writing, no nothing.
I can't write. Like I'm not allowed to give that answer. Am I not allowed?
Depends on the rest of this question.
Okay.
How would you spend a day of self-care?
Self-care. Oh God. Honestly, this is going to sound so lame and stupid, but I really do love writing so much that it's like, that is a big part of my day most of the time, even when I don't have to. Like, I'm not on deadline. I don't have to write anything if I don't want to. Well, I mean, I love going to Bazaar Coffee for sure. Get me a little coffee for sure. I love shopping. I am a shopper. I love thrifting. I love going to the thrift store. It's so relaxing and fun to me. There's a little bar by my house that me and my friends go to. It's a game bar where you like play old school vintage games and you can sit at the bar and like play Mario Kart while having a drink.
What's the bar called?
It's called Blue Ghost in Woodstock.
God, I've never been there and I want you so bad.
It's so fun.
Is it?
And the bartender there, I love her. Her name is Jonna. She's amazing. Shout out Jonna. She's not going to see this, but shout out to Jonna.
Shout out to Jonna.
And that's a great way to spend my time. Love doing that.
I want to go there so bad.
Love a good like bingo game. Trivia. I love trivia. I love playing trivia. So honestly, just socializing. I love being out in public and talking to people.
Yeah.
I love to yap. I hate staying home.
I love that you keep calling it yapping.
I do, because I am.
It's fucking awesome.
My just talking nonstop.
Same
Like
here.
I never shut up.
Is your husband ever just like, shut up?
No, it's the best thing ever because he doesn't. It's not that he doesn't talk because you get him going or you know him well enough and he. Yeah,
but he is the.
He's the balancing act here.
Yes.
To me. Yes,
that's
very
Catherine.
much so because he does not talk as much as I do. He if you had him on this podcast, it would be like half as long because he would keep his answers a little shorter. Probably would not. He's very demure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very low key.
He's the balancing act for you guys.
We go out in public and I will talk to a stranger.
You're the superstar.
Yeah.
When you guys go in
I will
public.
go out and talk to strangers. We'll be waiting in line for a concert and I'll be like, oh, I love your top. And then me and this girl start talking and he's just standing there like, he's like,
yeah.
I'll be like, this is Levi. And I'll be like, hey, nice to meet you. Like,
yeah.
I will talk to anybody about anything. And it's really great because he's actually started getting a little bit more social when we go out and stuff like that. Like it's very funny because we've said I work at a bar. He'll come and sit at the bar when I'm working. And all of my regulars come up to him and they're like, hey, Levi. And he's gotten a lot more used to it. So he's a lot more talkative now when we go out together. But when we first were like going out together, he was like, why are you talking to strangers? What are you doing? And I'm like, just get over it.
That's fun.
So, you know.
What would be something that people would be surprised to know about you? Something shocking about Emma.
Like nothing.
Or like,
you guys know everything
or
about
is there
me.
a hill that you'll die on that people would find funny?
Oh my God.
Or a pet peeve that really just gets you?
I feel so pressured.
Like, it would be really hilarious if you were like, yeah, I actually don't read smut at all. I actually hate sex in books.
I hate reading books written by men.
By men?
Yeah.
So you'll never read mine?
No, I never said that. It just depends on the way you describe women. Okay. Because I hate, it's not a hill I'll die on though. There's got to be something that I'm like missing in my head. Oh my God. I have to think of something. This is going to drive me crazy. I have so many great opinions. Oh, shocking things about me? I don't know.
Like what's something that like you're sitting and bullshitting with your friends because she does have them and they're just like, Emma, no, come on. Like not that. Like that they just disagree with you on.
I don't know.
Like, okay, here's one that'll get me in trouble. Maybe some of hopefully your fans are easy on me for this one. We'll see.
I hate Taylor Swift.
Absolutely.
Don't say it.
No, I don't. Her music is not for me, but
okay.
I can respect the talent and the songwriter
you know
and the she's one of the best songwriters of all time.
For sure.
One of the best musicians of all time.
For sure.
Not disputable.
Okay.
But her music, like, it's just not me. Like, I listened to old Taylor Swift, like when I was in high school, Taylor Swift. If it comes on, I'll let it play.
Okay.
But like the new Taylor Swift, like I just can't get into it. But I can't not acknowledge the talent. It's undisputable.
Right.
Leave your dog at home.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
Like, why do we got to bring a dog everywhere we go?
I have a lot of hot takes in that sense. I don't know.
Like
I mean,
pets?
I do agree with that. But
like pets. Like let's leave the pets at home. The pets stay at home.
That's fair. Mine stay at home. That's where they belong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends.
Like I was at a bar last weekend and there was a dog.
See, it's more so restaurants to me. Like that's where I am like I draw the line. I don't want a dog at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't like animals at restaurants unless it's a service dog and you need your service dog.
Correct.
That's 100%.
Yes, keep your service dog.
Please do that. Yes. But like if it's like a park or like we're like downtown Woodstock or something like that, like that's pretty fair to me. You know what I mean? It's a public area, I guess. I don't know.
It's a public area, but like I still like my hot take is like leave it at home.
So I do have I just thought about this. I do have a list of I have like a giant list of things that I hate. I call it my cathartic hatred list. And when I say giant, I mean like
holy shit.
It's like really long.
Pick a random one, land your finger on it, and then hit me.
The little stickers on top of a CD case that make it impossible to open unless you tear the sticker off. I would also like to add to evidence book stickers as well. So like stickers on a book.
Oh yeah,
when
like
you take them off
boom,
and like
10% off,
right,
and it rips
then
the
like
cover.
it rips off, and like there's like sticker residue on the sticker. Is that not the most annoying thing in the entire world?
Yeah, it's horrible.
We're gonna keep going.
Yep, keep going.
When you watch something and the same ad pops up every single time. Like every single time you're watching the show, the same exact ad pops up every single time.
Hulu does that shit a lot.
And it's the most annoying thing ever. I'm like, I don't care about Dawn dish soap. I swear to God, if this duck pops up on my screen one more time, I'm bombing Hulu. Like I'm going to their headquarters right now. This is so annoying. Air guitar.
That is such a random thing to fucking hate.
When people look at you and say, oh, you look so much younger than that. When you tell them how old you are. I don't know why that pisses me off, but it pisses me off so fucking bad.
Really?
Hate it. I hate it whenever I'm like not wearing any makeup, go into a bar and they're like, can I see your ID? I show them. They're like, you don't look 26. You look like you're like 18. I'm like, hey, fuck off. Like, I don't give a fuck. Hey, why don't you tell me something that I care about? When somebody eats off of my plate without asking me, gender reveal parties, the noise that styrofoam makes. I could go on and on. Hello Kitty.
You
don't
can't
ask me
say
why.
the gender reveal party thing because you're not a parent, Emma.
I can say whatever I want, and I will say that, and I do stand by that.
Yeah.
I do stand by that fact, actually.
Here's something
it depends on the gender reveal party. I have been to a few, and I do think they're cute, depending. But I do think the excessiveness of some of them is what really gets me.
Emma, the last question that I want to ask you, this is the grand finale.
God.
What gets you out of bed every morning besides your job? What keeps you going? What keeps pushing you? What keeps you pumping these guys out? Like what is your drive?
I love my readers so bad. I really, really do. Absolutely love them more than anything in the entire world. Like, they are the coolest people in the entire history of the universe. And seeing them and how my characters change them and change their life and affect their life, I kind of think to myself, like, how could I not continue trying to make characters that are going to help them through the struggles in their life, if that makes sense? Because it also helps me through the struggles in mine. Obviously, I have cats, so like I have to keep them fed. It's great. My 2 baby children. Having people that actually care about my writing really does everything for me, and really does motivate me and inspire me in that way. So I want to say them, my readers. Also, I love going to like the coolest events. I'm always invited to go to like these insane cool events, and I couldn't do that if I didn't keep writing books. And I want to keep going to these places and being invited to these spaces. You know what I mean? So
I love that.
I don't want to lose my invitation to be revoked because I'm not cool anymore. If I'm cool, I don't know if I'm cool. I'm crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Well, that's awesome. I love that answer. It's great. And I think it shows the readers that you do care about them. You're not just this money hungry bitch.
I'm not.
Of course, we all
like
want money.
But, you know,
but like you genuinely care about what you're doing.
Exactly.
And you really care about the people who spend their hard-earned money to enjoy the things that you put your work into.
For real.
So that's really cool. And so coincidentally, of course, we planned this, but this episode will come out on August the 10th. So the day before the release.
Exactly.
So go ahead and plug yourself. Promote, plug, do whatever you want to do to advertise. Now is the time.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this because this will be announced by then, obviously, as well. So obviously book 2 comes out tomorrow, and I hope you guys have already pre-ordered it or are getting it or whatever. So that is, it's a thing. The Summer Goal is out everywhere tomorrow, and I hope you love it. The next book in the series, The Penalty of Falling, comes out February 2nd. So go ahead and read this one now so you can go ahead and read that one as that one comes out. And if you guys so badly want to meet me potentially or see me somewhere or whatever, obviously I have lots on my Instagram, but October 17th, we're doing a hockey game signing, and I will be there signing books, and the Summer Goal will be there. So check all of that out. Who doesn't love a Glads game, and who doesn't love a book signing all on one? Yeah. So Summer Goal, Glads game, and The Penalty of Falling, which I'm very excited about. Period.
That's exciting. I'll make sure to put the link for all the right things in the description so that people can register. Do they just go to the game?
Buy a ticket. They'll buy a ticket through it'll be a specific link. Yeah.
Okay.
But, that way you can go and meet all the authors that are going to be there. It's not just going to be me. I swear there will be a lot of other people there.
Cool.
And crafts and sign making and bracelets and hockey games, obviously.
So come out a couple of hours before the game.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get all the information.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll plug all the things. I'll put the book in the description so that people can, if they're not already in and pre-ordering or whatever whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Pre-ordering. That's
it. If they haven't bought yet or pre-ordered yet, they can do so. Book comes out tomorrow. That's super exciting. Thank you, dude, so much for coming and hanging out with me.
Thank you.
This was really fun. You're fucking awesome. Rock star shit. Definitely going to have to tell my wife to get these books because
I hope she loves them. And there's some signed copies at Damsel Bookstore, so there really are. I keep them signed there. I go there every time they get new stock. So
hell yeah. Well then, yeah, keep up the good work. I can't wait to keep seeing you blow up and skyrocket. And fuck yeah, thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. Guys, we'll make sure again that the information for Emma and her stuff is in the description, and you can follow her on social media and do all those things, get involved, learn more, buy her books, support her. And we appreciate anyone new that is here. We love you so much. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.